No, really, it is quite good. Sorry about that. Sorry to those on Twitch. We are not playing Winterboro today. I changed the schedule for today, but I completely forgot to change my actual settings before I went live. Like, I did everything else. I posted the update in Discord. I posted, like, I changed the schedule on the Twitch scheduler, but I didn't actually change anything in my settings. So sorry for anyone who's expecting Winterboro. It's not happening today. What the heck, man? I'm sorry. No cold mice survival game today. Because Xbox had their partner preview today about an hour and a half ago. And so I've saved it. I was going to do this all tomorrow, but I was like, nah, fuck it. We'll do it now. Because I was thinking about Video Game News Day being Thursdays anyway. So this just kind of worked out into the potential new schedule I'll have in the future. That sounds fun too. I'm glad. Thank you for being understanding of me being a massive twat and not knowing how to run things. And then when that clip was on with the song "Bury the Light," I was like, well, I'm gonna sing it before I get started. So I was there doing exactly the same thing I was doing in the clip, where I was like, moving my hands to it and being like, "In my name," and just like, yeah, really feeling it. I fucking love that song. It's so goddamn good. Anyway. Hey folks, it's Thursday. Welcome to The Void. How has your week been treating you? What have you been up to? I tried to get some work done today, and what I ended up doing was panicking about Christmas instead. I was trying to get some Christmas shopping sorted, and then I suddenly realized, no, wait, Black Friday is like in a week. Why am I trying to do it now when the stuff that's currently on sale isn't going off of sale until December 1st? And the things that aren't currently on sale might go on sale on Friday. So I was panicking about it. And then also, like, at the end of 2 hours of looking at stuff, and trying to decide what to buy, and then suddenly just ultimately going, no, I guess I'll wait then. So I worried myself for no reason. The week is decent, but I had to factory reset my PS5 just now. Sag. I lost all my recordings. No, that's devastating. Oh, well, nothing important lost, really. No, it is important because you saved it for a reason. I'm pretty sure there's one video on my PlayStation 4 of me getting attacked by a cougar while I'm also being chased down by a bunch of hooligans. And it's one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me, because I think I've gotten out of danger, and then this cougar, like, and I've got like a pixel of health, this cougar just comes out of fucking nowhere. Don't have any idea how where it came from at all. Absolutely annihilates me. One of the funniest things ever. And I'm pretty sure that was one of the ones I saved. That is also potentially lost because I haven't looked it up. Uploaded to YouTube. I think I did forever ago, but it's not in like my YouTube backup, so I don't know where I uploaded it to, whether it was like a Twitter post potentially, because that's when I used to use Twitter a lot. So I'll have to see. I'll have to plug in my PlayStation and we'll see if it's still there. It's going to be in like fucking 720p or some shit. But yeah, I'll have to see if I've still got it, because it was fucking hilarious. One of my favorite memories from playing Red Dead Redemption. Oh, God damn, I love that game so much. Maybe I should play that on the channel again. Should we do that? We add that to our RPGs list. Welcome in, Alexander Karlov. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here as well. So that Kraft and mac and cheese news. There's more. There's more news? Which one? What's the mac and cheese bit that we're talking about? Is this a new thing, or is this just what you're calling it? Let's drink and play RDR2. Well, I don't drink anymore, so that's not going to happen, but I can definitely play it. The racism news? The Crafton racism news. Now, I'm planning to keep all of that until after the Xbox show, so we can save it for a bit later. But, man, people really say some shit when they think that no one's gonna see it, don't they? Crazy. Finished and platinumed Power Wash Sim 2. Oh my god, you're so much more productive than me. I have not done any of the things that I planned to do. What was I doing today? I'm trying to think, like, what was I doing that was productive? Let me have a look. Oh, I've just spotted a thing on the chat. Oh, Nutty must have updated the code. It says that Pete is on a 5-stream streak. I can't see that in my version of chat, so that must be a thing that they've written on the normal side that I'm not looking at. Like, okay, Lena, I'm waiting for the Metal Gear levels of escalation, and we're gonna get like phone call logs, and it's gonna end with them going, all is going according to plan, Mr. President. Yeah, it's gonna be that thing where you only hear one side of the phone call. Yes, that's right. He did take the bait, just as you planned, you know? Something like that. Fucking crazy. I hope Power Wash Sim 2 has a nice DLC. Oh, yeah. What do we reckon is going to be in it? Because the first one had a ton of them, right? So many of them. But yeah, congratulations to Alexander Karlov getting the platinum in Power Wash Sim 2. I haven't got the patience for it. I can't do it. I can't do it. What was I doing today? So what I was doing, apart from the Christmas shopping that I ultimately didn't actually end up spending money on, is I know I showed you all the other day, but I've been coming up with some new brand colors for when I start switching things over, potentially in the new year. And I've landed, like, I did some already, like, last week, and I've been looking at it for a week, and I was like, I don't like the pink. I don't like the pink that I've picked. I'm going to go back and do it again. And I've picked another set of basically primary colors and then pastel versions of the primary colors. So I'm going to have that on my desktop for about a month before I decide if I actually like it, because that's how you do it. You look at something for a long time to see if you like it, and then if you don't, you just get rid of it. It's fine. Look, I can even hang on, I'll show you. Maybe you can judge it intensely immediately for me. I've really got to stop the thing from stopping playing my music when I move over to the screen. Show my desktop, you motherfucker. Yeah, these are colors. These are the colors that I'm looking at the moment. I really fell in love with this yellow. I love this yellow, and this pink I came across today. I'm actually really happy with that. So these are the colors that I'm thinking of using going forward when I start changing to the more underwater-ish theme, kind of. It's not really, but it is, but it's not. It's hard to explain because I don't know how to explain it, but I'm going to find an artist to help me figure it out because I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm doing or talking about. But I like them. Is it the Romanian flag? Is that the colors? Hang on. No, bring up the thing. Why do I always have to open a window on the other screen and then drag it across? This is the main window. Put it here. Fuck's sake. Romanian flag. It's not quite the Romanian flag. That's a very, hang on. That's a extremely primary colors. Hang on. There we go. For anyone who doesn't know, Romanian flag, extremely primary colors, and then my version. It's sort of like if you just put a pastel filter on it. Fuck, I wouldn't have known. I don't know anything about flags. Trust all of you to know things about flags, of all the people. To be able to recognize flags. Of course it's one of you. It's the first thing I thought when I saw it. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's just like, it's like when, you know, you turn the brightness too high on your screen. It's basically the same. Well, now I'm not going to be able to unsee it, so I'm going to move the colors around and then you can tell me what flag that is in the future, because it'll just be a different one. I've got your flag right here.
Let's check on Haru.
I can't make a flag of Haru. Haru is not a being that will exist forever through time, and that's depressing to me. So I can't make Haru the branding of the channel, even though she's currently some emotes. There's a difference when it's emotes. I can't make an entire channel. She's not eternal. I have to take her to the vet frequently. I can tell you for a fact. She's not eternal. She can bleed. She does it a lot. And it's really annoying. A massive inconvenience. Like, obviously it's more pain for her, but it's like, it's just an inconvenience for me. She's being stubborn. That's true. She could just like, yeah, I bleed a lot, but I will still outlive all of you. Which will be the way it works. Inscrutable. What a good word. Immortal. She deeply isn't. Stop trying to make out like she is. No, Isaac is going to be our Eternal. I'm trying to decide what colors I want Isaac to be. So for anyone who isn't aware, although I'm sure all of you are at this point, Isaac is going to be an octopus. Potentially a Dumbo octopus or a flapjack octopus or an umbrella octopus. They're the same octopus, but just different names for it. And I haven't decided what color he's going to be. I haven't decided. I like the yellow, but I think maybe it might be a bit bright for him. I might make him the pink. He might have to be the pink because obviously the backdrop's going to be blue. So, but I might make him pink with like maybe his frill will be yellow. That could be cute. That could be cute. I'll see. I'll do some sketches. Maybe that's what I'll do for the weekend. I'll do some sketches while I'm watching more Dimension 20 or Critical Role actually, because it's Critical Role this week, isn't it? Which is annoying because I really want to watch Dimension 20 because we started the Ravening War yesterday. We watched 2 episodes of it for anyone who wasn't there. That's what I was doing yesterday. And I was really enjoying it and I didn't want it to end. And it was like, here's what's happening in episode 3. And I was looked at the time and it was 10:30. And I was like, how long's the episode? 2 hours and a half. And I was like, I can't do another one. That's going to make me sad. Haru off to the side like, I need to kill this Isaac. These darn bots taking my job. She doesn't care. She doesn't want the job. She's a fucking cat. If she could literally do nothing, she's going to opt for the literally nothing. If anything, I'm doing her a favor by making Isaac the mascot someday. Because then he can do all the work and be known for things. And she'll just be my cute sidekick that you occasionally pay points to have a look at. That's going to be the difference. I'm going to try and get some like footage of her and do it as like B-roll. And it'll be like whenever we're playing a scary game and we need like 5 minutes of eye bleach, it's just going to be B-roll of Haru just playing or something. That's how I'll turn her into content. I didn't watch what the next episode was because late finishing. Still chatted till after 12. Yeah, well, I mean, shut up. Okay, it would have been later than that if I'd watched it and then chatted. You know how it works. You've been there. It's a disaster. Occasionally, she says. She's like... She just doesn't want to work. She's sleep. Look. I'll let you a freebie. We'll look at her again. She's not gonna move if she doesn't have to. She's comfortable. She doesn't want to work. She wants to sit there. So our next order of business: how do we get into the crafting courtroom so we can witness history firsthand? Don't need to. You don't need to, because it's actually incredibly public. We'll probably know everything that happens, although currently nothing else will happen because it'll go to deliberation now. Because it was the final court day, yesterday? So it'll go to deliberations and then they'll come back in January for final fight and B final decisions, and then what they'll probably do is they'll close it outside of court because that's less embarrassing. So we probably won't see anything else, and if we do, we super will because it's been super public up to this point. I think it's really funny that the guy was all like, I don't want to pay this much money so that my peers won't think I was a schmuck for spending so much on a really good dev team. and then ultimately becoming more embarrassing by making it apparent and by trying not to pay them. It's stupid. They're not sex. Is it considered sex? I want to look at the definition because it's misandry, isn't it? Because of the way they were talking about men specifically. I want to see the definition for sexism. Sex or gender. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Sexism is prejudice or discrimination based on one's sex or gender. Sexism can affect anyone, but primarily affects women and girls. Why? No, we have another word for that. Yeah, no, what they were talking about was, well, it is just racism. It's not even technically misandry because it is based on race, the reason that he was like saying shit like that. I'm like, have you witnessed yourself? You're not exactly the most well-adjusted human being. Either way, they said some shitty stuff and now everyone knows about it. So I don't know. I feel like obviously the one that's going to be the worst off in this entire situation are the people that are, hang on. I need to get you to come further down. I want to fill the camera properly. Do your job that I programmed you to do. Yeah, I think the thing that's like angered me the most about the entire situation is it isn't just because, you know, Krafton's become that stupid AI company, but it's like I feel so bad for the developers, the ones that are left actually making the game, because they're getting all this shit spoken about their business and all they want to do is put out a game, and now they're probably not allowed to currently, and they're going to have all this backlash now as well because they'll put out the game in early access so that Krafton can continue to make money out of it. And then, but loads of people will be put off of buying it because A, they don't want to help Krafton, and B, they don't want to give money to the Krafton CEO that was trying not to pay people. So ultimately, the people that should be making the most money out of this is going to lose out of the most money because they're probably not going to get that payout unless like the courts force them to do it. And B, they're probably going to lose a bunch of sales because of everything that's happening and everyone being like, I'm not going to give Krafton money so that they can sack people so that they can keep using AI, right? That's going to put people off. Alternatively, I could be wrong and this has all been just publicity and now everyone's like, oh, Subnautica 2, yeah, that would be really good actually. But then obviously has the negativity of then you're giving money to an AI company. So it's like you can't win. So I feel really bad because I was looking forward to Subnautica 2. And now I'm not going to play it because of Krafton, you know? Mess. No, Lena, they are totally the most in control of their male emotions. Yeah, embarrassing. Because apparently Subnautica 2 doesn't have any AI work in it, but even if it doesn't, the reason you're saying, and also no one is gonna believe that, lol. See, I can believe that it potentially doesn't have any in there, but it doesn't matter because Krafton's already, like, you know, they've announced that they're going to be one of the first fully AI game companies, aren't they? They're trying and they're offering redundancy packages essentially to get people to leave early so that they don't have to do redundancies because that costs them a lot of money to do that. Whereas if they can pay you off to get you to leave sooner, they probably won't have to pay out as much. It's shit. It's shitty. I hate it. I was super excited when it got announced, but now it's like, I guess I'll play Sunless Skies. Yeah, basically. Oh, so gross. I really hope someone just, like, I don't know, gets the money together and frees them from it so that they can just put the game out. How's it going, fellow Zemnian gamers? Nobody's gonna know what that means, Flower. Welcome in, though. In Zemnian. Welcome in. Hello, handsome. Have a nice chat. No, you. Yeah, but you do. That's true. I do. It means German. For anyone who doesn't know, it means German. It's the Critical Role universe. Well, the Exandria universe version of German, the language, but nothing else culturally. I don't want to chat. I just finished yapping. Okay, that's fair. I'll allow it because I am not one to force people to talk when they do not wish to talk. Right, shall we get ready to watch some Xbox stuff? So I haven't been on social media. I haven't really been using social media properly for like fucking 3 months at this point. But I haven't been on anything. I haven't gone to look up any news. I haven't checked my podcast updates. I've stayed out of all of the gaming channels. So I don't know what happened at the Xbox. Well, what was shown at the Xbox thing. Yes, there was an Xbox thing today, Flower, at 6 o'clock. A Xbox partner preview, they called it. So as a heads up for anyone who isn't aware of what partner previews are, it's exactly how it sounds. It's Xbox stuff, but it's not made by Xbox in-house companies. So it's not going to be any first party, no Indiana Jones updates. There's not going to be no Candy Crush 2, none of stuff like that, because that's Xbox first party. So it'll be I'm trying to think of anyone that was outside. It'll be like Ninja Gaiden, because that's not an Xbox first party. They keep trying to make out like it is, but it's not. It'll be things like Ninja Gaiden and stuff like that. So hopefully some really cool third party. And it's another reason to be excited is obviously when it's Xbox third party, chances are it's going to be on Windows and Steam and pretty much everywhere else. So so should be a bit of fun. Hopefully there'll be some stuff in there for all of us. Right, let me move chat to the second screen where you belong so I can get this up. Sadly, stores are closed. I'd get a snack. I'm sorry. No popcorn for you. Oh no, I wasn't meant to close that window. No, I wasn't meant to close that one either. I hate this. Do not put me down as a professional of any kind, because you would be patently false in your assumption of me being one of those things. Where's YouTube? Thank you. Let me bring it up on the big screen. Auto mod widget could not be loaded. Is anyone else getting this issue on Twitch a lot lately? Like, I know it's like probably more likely only happening to actual streamers, but are you getting like Twitch just having certain things just not load and it gives you like the little ghost from Pac-Man? I get it so frequently lately. And I know some of it is because I'm on Firefox, but it did happen on Chrome as well. And it's fucking annoying. Because you have to reload the whole page to get it to load. It won't just let you load the aspect that's missing. Pain in my ass. Pasheen holding a donut is making me hungry. I keep thinking I need to change what's in the background, but I don't know what to put there. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I love Cubone and Bulbasaur, but you know, I keep confusing people. They keep thinking that I'm like into Pokemon, and I'm not. And Pasheen can probably stay, right? And probably the frog car, but I feel like this is the one that I feel like doesn't really fit. But I don't know what to put there instead. Yeah, you'll get that. Exactly. Understandably so. I would ask as well. So right, let me bring up this video. Xbox partner preview. There we go. How long is it? It's about half an hour, just as a heads up. Hello, fellow emotionally regulated males. Don't assume anyone's gender. That's rude. Oh my god, guys, I know this is probably busted. I know this is probably busted because technically, of course, my own videos are going to come up in my feed, but check this shit out. Check this shit out. It's me on the first search thing. Isn't that crazy? That must be because it's my own channel, so of course I see it. Right, let's bring this up. Streamed an hour ago. Right next to Zoo Punk. Yeah. Is this a sign? Absolutely. You know what I'm streaming next. I think I did get an email about Zoopunk, actually. I will check the fridge and come back disappointed. BRB. Okay. Oh fuck. Bond names is the James is here. What Bond? Oh fuck. Bond names is the James is here. Are you okay? Did you have a stronk? Are you all right? Do I need to call an it's a meme, is it? It doesn't look like one. It looks like you fucked up. I know Does Bruno Mars is gay. That's one of my favorite ones from Game Grumps. Nuh-uh. Get the bondulance for Flower. Oh yeah, that's right. Flower is the only person on the entire planet that's excited for the James Bond game. Right. Let's find out how fucking loud this is, shall we? If it loads. Oh, look at that. It's in 1440 as well. Let's keep it there. Ah, no, full screen. Why are you giving me subtitles for the subtitles? You don't need to... Okay. I haven't been this excited since Lego Horizon. Why is it silent? This is creepy. Thank you.
7 years ago.
Nope, that's loud.
The veil tore open, and the worthy were claimed.
The worthy.
We were left behind. In our desperation, we called to you, warrior, to stand against the darkness.
This is Halo. That's Destiny, isn't it? This looks like Destiny. I used to play a hunter.
Equipped with our best, you will forge a path through Paris, long decayed.
Okay, it's in the real world,
Together,
so
we must reach the sunless gate.
this looks like fucking Destiny. And also
When we
not.
die, we will leave this place. But you return again and again.
Expedition 33 was successful. Let's set our game in Paris. It's true. They changed it last minute. Well, this looks kind of cool.
Really? And why have you come? Is this our salvation? Or is this the end?
Armatus. That looks cool. That looks cool. Did it have a name at the start for it? No, it went straight into it, didn't it? Hang on. No name. Counterplay games. Fictions? Okay. I mean, that looked cool. Olives and feta cheese. Boring snack. That's a grown-up snack.
Get a deeper look into the world and high-impact action of Armistice, exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Is that my L? Am I crazy? Hang on.
And high-impact action of Armistice, exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Okay. I'll check that out. I thought that looked really cool. Is it gacha? I don't think so. But it could be. It's hard to tell these days. Is it a card game? It better fucking not be. I'll cry. Okay. Did you have some creepy abilities then? Is it Alone in the Dark? No, it was the enemy doing it. Okay. It's clearly co-op, right? The hound. Wait, the mound? The mound. Omen of Cthulhu. Oh. Oh, some Cthulhu shit? Some Cthulhu shit? That could be cool. Oh, shit. I just... it's Nacon. Guys, it's Nacon. Oh, no. Boo. Okay, carry on. Ace team. Okay. I don't know who they are either. That's good. Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver coming to play anywhere. Is this still not on Xbox? Is this us discovering it's not on Xbox? Available today. Okay. I didn't know it wasn't on Xbox. Oh, it's like a... Oh, it's an announcement for an update. Okay. I sometimes wonder if I'd actually like this one or not. Like, I love how silly it is. And I love the art. But it's one of those feed a loop games, isn't it? Oh shit, Flower. Flower, we got an extra Metroidvania. Oh, this looks more like... Well, maybe this might be more of a Maelstrom thing. These animations are gorgeous. Look how cool this is. Professor Layton. He's having a rough week. Yeah, doesn't this look good? This is really pretty. Oh, I'm out. Fuck you. You can't keep putting cards in them. I don't want it. Is Crow sworn? Oh, is this a known one? I love this animation. It's so liquid. Nice call. Well done. Yeah, I haven't heard of this one. This one's new to me. On a bunch of stuff as well.
When I was called in to contain the breach, I didn't think much of it.
I thought it was made by Echo Generation. Okay.
It's just another day, right? Wrong.
This was one of the ones that I keep meaning to get into and I just never get around to it. Echo Generation. Love the art.
Once forces
No.
beyond our reality.
Echo, stop.
It was a one-way ticket to a whole new
My Amazon device was telling me the definition of generation. Just look at how detailed this shit is. It is nuts.
The question isn't, what can I do to survive? But what can I do to find my way home?
Echo Generation 2. I guess I've got an excuse to play the first one now. Because that looked rad as hell. Okay. So 3 games interesting me out of the 5. That's pretty good. You'll be happy to know I'm using your vertical mode right now since I'm on holiday and my laptop's a potato. You're welcome. I hope it's good. If you hate it, please give me feedback. Send me your DMs with suggestions of how to make it better.
Next-gen graphics, an endless open world, compelling storytelling.
Oh, I already dig this.
Nope.
Yes!
This bunch of pixels like there's no tomorrow. Come again to feel the magic of the average Italian countryside.
Very
A game that will
good.
change your perspective. A new adventure begins. Explore maps, level up powers, kill monsters.
Okay.
Find treasure.
Okay.
Either take your
Old-fashioned
time and
dungeon crawler
play as fast as
with
you
cards,
can. The outcome is
which means it's a roguelike.
use wilds to break the combo system and summon survivors.
Oh my
to the
god.
cascade of effects.
This is so annoying to me.
Power through enemies will carefully customize your abilities to control the unhinged chaos of Vampire Crawlers, the Turbo Wild card from Vampire Survivors. Coming as soon as we think it's ready.
And we're done. Great work, everyone. We managed to go on
The
forever.
Turbo
Never
Wild
seen
card.
a card or deck building. Nobody will think we're just another roguelike deck builder. We're in the clear.
No. Yeah, go back to that.
Vampire Survivors. Coming as soon as we think it's ready.
Cut, and we're done. Great work, everyone. We managed to go on for over a minute without ever saying neither card nor deck building. Nobody
They know. They even know that they're everywhere. They're everywhere. There's one in my inbox minimum every day, and if there's not, there's 5 of them to make up for the days I don't get them. It's gross.
will think we're just another roguelike deck builder.
It's because you are. You just happen to be one of the better
Check
ones.
out our interview with developer Ponkel to understand their bold approach to the follow-up to Vampire Survivors.
It is. The voiceover is the voice actress for Mael. What was her name? Is that Jennifer English or is that a different one? I'm really bad at names. It's Mael from Expedition 33 though. Whatever her voice actress's name actually is.
Exclusively on Xbox Wire.
A 00 agent needs the fastest, most dynamic, and of course most...
It is Jennifer English, thank you. I'm
hybrid
shit at names.
twin-turbo V8, over 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Lightweight, carbon fiber chassis, and a few modifications you won't find in the brochure. Meet the Aston Martin Valhalla.
Fuck,
This
it is
one only
beautiful,
for
isn't
00
it?
Agents, James.
Like, I'm not...
Drive it.
Like, I'm a little bit of a car person, but not like a big car person. But for every Aston Martin, I would be like, I would love to own one of those. That's all. That's all we see.
007 First Light.
That's
is
all
delivering
you're
a long
giving
line of
us?
Iconic Bond vehicles. Find out more exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Okay. Is anyone else getting that sort of deja vu, right, from the 90s? I don't know how many of you would have gone through this, but there was a specific time when everybody had to have a website for everything and you had to drive traffic to it. And there is a Final Fantasy IX guide which is completely unusable because nearly all of the guide tells you to go to the website. And it was one of those official big books that like cost like 30 quid to tell you how to play the game, and then during the nearly every single part of it is go and find out how to do this on Play Online, which is no longer a functioning website. So it's a completely useless book. And this is what this feels like. This is like, they're like, and find out more on Xbox Wire. No, I'm here. Tell me here. Get me excited. I don't want to go read. Fuck off.
We've been undercover at
The first game is from the Godfall people. It shows. It looks so much like that. My interest has just diminished greatly. Look, they had Godfall as a way to learn, so I will keep an eye on it because I thought it looked rad.
at this human gas station for 1 month now, and no humans have found out yet. My job is to get everything ready and in place for the invasion.
Okay.
To help with that, we've got Schlope here, our lead scientist.
Schlope.
Once featured in a very popular magazine on Probalia Tita 12.
Our state-of-the-art technology allows us to blend in and gather all
Oh,
the
I
data we
love
need.
this.
Of course, it's important to keep this place up to human standards.
Okay.
Otherwise, the scary ones show up.
Yeah. All right.
We need your help. Everyone is being
I hate that I love these
to prepare
stupid
for the
things.
invasion.
It's pretty cool. It's one of them
Depends on you.
look after a shop games. We all love those. The men in slacks, yeah. Roadside research. I could dig that. I could get into that. That's silly. I want to make my paper face.
I've been alone in this place. Isolated and rotting away.
Okay.
It has been
Ooh.
suffocating.
Ooh. Infogrames.
I've lingered here far longer than I ever meant to. Retracing old steps and replaying every moment. Wondering where it all fell apart.
Okay.
But why? What's the point?
A lot of fellas in this
What's
game.
already happened? My path brought me
I'm already
here.
playing one of those.
Home. These fading memories. They're all I have left.
The voice does sound like Jigsaw, you're not wrong. Oh, this looks cool. Ugh.
You fought so hard not to drown. And yet here you are, dragging yourself deeper. It feels familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You loved this place once.
It does look cool, but it looks extremely actiony, so it's actually going to be down to how it feels. You want to see less? Yeah. Like, no, you've told me enough.
Inevitability.
The hook has been won.
Still had a chance to
Where is Judas?
Would you take it?
I'm not convinced that Judas is coming out. Personally. Akira Yamaoka? Ooh. So it's going to have a great soundtrack. Total Chaos. Okay. But yeah, I was saying the other day that I'm pretty certain that Ken Levine's never going to deliver Judas and it's just going to become vaporware. Personally.
We know from experience what it means to be away.
Hang on. Dr. Anom, in your gentacular opinion, have you heard of the adoringly soul-shanking Beaglesaurus novels on AO3 yet? What is AO3? I'm old. You can't use acronyms on me. Hang on. I've just realized I didn't post that I've gone live again. See, professional streamer here. What is AO3? And then I can potentially give you an opinion. I don't know what that is. Hang on. I need to go live there as well. Here we go. Archive of Our Own. Archive of Our Own is a writing website the 4 novels are hosted upon. Fanfic site. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't read. I have ADHD. Probably. No, I have not heard of those, I'm afraid. Is it something that I should take a look at? And welcome in, Dark Lord Noir, by the way. Lovely to have you. Too many letters. Exactly. I don't want to read, but that's what video games are for.
From those we love most of all.
But if it's horror, I'm interested.
To you
Like this.
in new surroundings, we send a message of true sympathy.
Only you can truly tell if it's quality or not. That's good. I get to decide. I like that. I don't like what they were pulling out of it. Hang on a second. It has shoulders. I don't want it.
And the adventures you must be having. So it is not difficult.
Rumpopolo? Yeah. The way it's all like inflated. Ooh.
I know you won't forget us.
Yeah, these games are super popular.
Good night, and good luck to you all.
That's just Steve. But yeah, this is Reanimal. So this is the game that's being made by the people that made the original Little Nightmares 1 and 2. Whereas Little Nightmares 3, which apparently is also quite good, is being made by the people that made Until Dawn, I want to say. I could have that last bit wrong. I know they're being made by another horror studio, though. But yeah, these guys have moved on to go and make their own version of Little Nightmares. And that's what this is. Yeah. Great to see them trying something different. Yeah, so if it's like really, if you feel it is invoking Little Nightmares, there's a reason for that. It is the people that made the Little Nightmares games, and they've obviously they figured out what they're good at. They figured out that people really like it, but they obviously wanted to go and make something slightly different and wasn't under the same banner, which is why that split happened. The more you know. You're welcome. Hey Lena, the Alien Market game has a demo. Yeah, you're only saying that because you want me to play it with you.
And good luck to you all.
It was Supermassive? Yes, I got it right. I know things about video games specifically. Please don't ask my advice or knowledge on literally anything else. I didn't hear a no. I don't know, my guy. That felt like a no. Maybe we can give it a go at the weekend. I've got to start getting it. We need
with blood.
Sorry, I'm going to put this on pause for a second. I know I said it as like a partial joke the other day in my, I've only just woken up stupor, but I kind of meant it about an in-server multiplayer game this year, because normally the Metro does their own one. I don't know if Illogicoma or Author have a plan for a multiplayer game this year, but if they don't, so I'll probably check with them. I am thinking about potentially trying to find one that is either free or extremely cheap that a bunch of people can play, but I don't know what y'all are into or would be interested in for a Christmas period game. Like literally December 1st to like January, whenever we give up, you know? Nothing like big, nothing like overarching, nothing difficult, just something really easy access. So if you have any suggestions or ideas that you want to float, tell me in the Discord, because I'll forget otherwise. And we can talk about it as an actual community in the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, don't forget, there's an invite. You only get them while I'm live. So now's the time to go and get it. If you want to join in with the community in that way. I know you're going to say Minecraft. Minecraft is a potential because I know lots of people like to play it and it's accessible. So I totally get that, but I might need to get help from someone figuring out how to make a server. Or how to even host one. Bearing in mind that I'm unemployed and it's very not cheap. Dark Souls. Yeah, because everyone can play Dark Souls.
When a man loses everything.
Because I was like, what about Final Fantasy 11? And then it was like, no, that's rock hard. No one's going to want to play that. It's going to be miserable.
It's gonna take more than iron to save the one he loves. Because the one thing a bullet can't stop is time.
You want to bet? I like the look of this. I'm a sucker for this kind of style, by the way. Like, if you want to make a game and catch my attention, like... The sort of, it still looks like it was made with pixels, but it's clearly 3D. I fucking love it. And I can't tell you why. I just love looking at it. Even if it looks like weird. This looks great. Redfall, yeah, we'll love playing Redfall multiplayer. I like the look of this one. This looks dopey. See, Xbox can make cool shit when it's not actually them. Let's hop on the Revive Concord servers. You know, I'd be down. But we'd all have to have a PlayStation for that, so that's not going to work.
He has to find her before it's too late.
Daddy! What took you so long?
Erosion. That looked cool. That looked really neat. I like the look of that. I might have to check this one out. They've got some good bangers in this so far. Okay, so Roadside Research looked like a bit of fun. I'm not interested in Vampire Survivors or 007. I'm sorry. Reanimal is cool, but I don't typically play those kinds of games anyway. Erosion looks awesome. Total Chaos had my eye, but it... is it judgy of me to say it was a bit red? You know, it was a bit like we're being gory because we can, as opposed to it being a proper stylistic choice. It's just like there's only so much red and brown I can look at, you know, having grown up in the PlayStation 3 era. Say that again. Red, brown. It's trying to be gory to catch attention, but it actually just loses its interest after 5 minutes. I didn't say Redfall. I'm not saying Redfall. Roguelike open world. I can play roguelikes. You just have to interest me. And primarily they don't.
Because if you bite the dust, your right is mine. Just a heads up.
Hey, Ray. You got the spark?
Ran into a few bumps.
Is this a follow-up to Fist?
I got it.
Or is this new?
Team effort, remember?
But Ray, stoning that came so easy. Aren't you worried it'll bring trouble?
Relax. I'm counting on trouble.
Because I didn't play Fist in the end. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, he's so cool. Look at him.
This belongs to me now.
Folks, I might want to play this.
Finish him.
I might want to play this. Yo! Finally, an action game that I'm interested in. That's right, folks. All you need to do is make them furries. Look at that guy! He's awesome!
Walked right in himself, huh?
Look at the little puppy.
It's
It's from the Fist devs? Oh my god. How did I call that in 3 seconds?
Have the boys clean him up, fur and all. Then spice him up for tonight's snack.
It's the Infinity Gems. You're showing me the whole game. Stop it.
What?
Turn it off. I see our character has cutscene power, yeah.
Miss me?
This is so cool. This is so cool. Zoo Punk. Okay. I am, you know, You know what I said? Was it earlier this year? Yeah, because it was before the Nintendo stuff, right? When we were taking a look at a bunch of trailers for the Nintendo Switch 2, and I was like, this kind of looks like Bloodborne. Kind of looks like Bloodborne. It can't be Bloodborne. That would be silly. Set in London. It's not Bloodborne. And then it was like, it was a new FromSoft game. And I do this so often. I'm like, this kind of looks like that. And then it's that. Or something similar. It's also a Metroidvania. That's fine. I do play some Metroidvanias. It's very rare these days because they're all roguelikes. But the way I called that from the moment I saw Rabbit Man, like maybe I just remember, like, is he a continuing character potentially? I don't know. But I was like, this looks familiar. It looks like Fist, which I didn't play in the end. Right. Oh, we're only halfway through as well. Oh my gosh. So many treats. Let's get back to the end. It better not have cards. If it has cards, I'm not playing. Clover Pit! Talking about roguelikes that are like crack. Any of you have a gambling problem that you want to solve? Get this. Get this. I can win it all back, exactly. It's exactly what you think it is. It's Balatro with spins. I'm not going to say it doesn't look addictive because it does. So I'm like, no. I'm glad I was never into roulette, thankfully. Like roulette slots. I'm not, that's not my game. So thankfully this doesn't do a lot for me. But if it, like, Balatro is the dangerous one because I'm super into blackjack. That's my card game of choice. Unholy Fusion DLC. I actively feel a desire to not play this, okay.
Delve deep into the bizarre but fascinating journey that awaits you in Clover Pit, exclusively on Xbox Wire.
What's the other one? It's probably going to be in this. It was a coin pusher rogue like. Racoin is the one that I'm thinking of that I think a bunch of us would be super into. Let me just quickly show you this. Look how pleasant this is. Isn't this lovely? Racoin. It's just a coin pusher game. It's just a roguelike. It's got things to unlock. Isn't it lovely? And it's all that, for me, it's the coin sounds. I'm like, yes, I love this. And so I can't play it. I refuse to play it. But that's what the other one reminds me of, but like a lot gentler on the senses. But it does have that like one more run kind of feel to it. I recommend that one to people that are looking for video game roguelike crack.
Listen up. I don't usually ask for help.
Well, I know who this is.
But this isn't just another target. It's the crazy part of me.
Marshall?
I gave him life, and now he wants mine.
What?
I've tried to bury him, but this
no
just
way!
Back.
I found that no one is untouchable.
Oh, so Eminem brought his back up. A higher gun can't erase me. Check me with a wire, aim a gun at me.
This is incredible.
So what's it gonna be, killer? Are you ready to dance with the devil, or are you too deaf to hear the beat?
Oh, wow!
This is it.
This is incredible. I have never wanted to play Hitman more in my life. This is great, especially after Marshall's most, Eminem's most recent album. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Eminem's work these days, but his most recent album was basically him taking the piss out of his younger self and calling himself cringe through the whole thing, and then killing himself halfway through the album, and then the rest of it was like co-op work with other up-and-coming rappers, and it was fucking brilliant. So the idea of Hitman coming in and actually killing every version of Slim Shady and Eminem, this is great. This is so clever. I love this. Oh, what a weird, nerdy thing. I have to watch this again. This is joy to me.
Listen up. I don't usually ask for help. But this isn't just another target.
Because it's him, the album is basically Eminem versus Slim Shady anyway. It's him,
I've tried to bury him.
Like,
this motherfucker just
being a bit of a shithead throughout the first part of the album, just saying some really nasty stuff. Like he used to. And then this one song that's like 10 minutes long and it's incredible. And it is about turning the gun around on himself and being like, I'm not like that anymore, I'm a grown man. So I love this. This is so funny.
This is it.
And you get to shoot Eminem in the balls. So yeah, this is like the benefit for me is like I'm a fan of Eminem and I'm happy to see him doing something this cool. But for anyone else who doesn't like his work, it's like I get to shoot Eminem in the balls. This is fucking fun. I get to drown him. I get to fucking throw him off the edge of something. So many choices for you out there if you hate his work. What a amazing DLC.
Eminem targets his alter ego in the new elusive target mission for Hitman. Exclusively on Xbox Wire.
You get to become Eminem, exactly. That's so cool. I'm gonna have to show that to my brother.
We thought all his knights were dead. Yet Lamorak sends one more. I almost admire him.
Tyranno. But you're one of the White King's sorceresses. You...
This is a Korean game. 100. I'm putting money down. This is a Korean game. You can see it immediately. Right. So the tails are gorgeous, right? Gorgeous. The whole thing's already gorgeous, right? The other tail, perfect C-cup boobs is always the thing. Perfect C-cup boobs.
But you're one of the White King's sorceresses.
Absolutely no facial movement when it's being emotional. That's your tells. They don't know how to do facial capture properly yet. They're just like, make them look pretty. Do they have emotions? No.
You destroyed the Whitelands.
That destruction is in fact salvation.
You're insane.
You know not of what you speak.
Cool voice actors, though. Yeah, this is Korean. There's no way it's not. Looks rad, though.
She's created another folded realm. I can't reach her.
Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting.
She's human again.
Okay. I want to point out what another tell is. I could be wrong. This could be Chinese. It can go either way, but I'm pretty sure it's Korean. Another tell when it's an action game is all of the sparks that come off of weaponry. All of this, like, extra sort of, like, stuff going on. It's, yes, there you go. Noisy. Noisy flower. You've got the right word. And you might be talking about audio, but it's the same with the visual design. It's so much going on for you to be even... Like, how are you meant to know? How are you meant to telegraph people's moves successfully in a game like this? You're not. It's just guesswork. You're just going to keep dodging, right? There's a lot of movement going on screen, and they all fall for this. And it's to make it look flashy, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a stylistic choice, but they all do it.
Even with your new we end this.
Another tale about it potentially being Korean. I'm putting my money on Korean. I'm okay to be wrong. Another way to tell is that it's almost entirely Western look, especially with this like clearly angel type character. It's extremely Western styled.
Enemy of my enemy, I lend you my strength.
We fight as one.
Very cool. None of this looks real either. I just want to point that out. All of this looks incredibly fake. That was easy, right? Join my team, okay.
You will not escape justice. Justice. There is only the king's will.
Go to hell!
Feels a bit too manipulative. It absolutely does. It's extremely orchestrated. It doesn't feel like it's a real game to me. And don't get me wrong, you know, some games have surprised me when they come out and they are actually like this, but it's so rare.
Loyalty without inquiry is in itself a betrayal.
Also, no, like, she's not been hit once, so it feels unrealistic anyway. It's like, I want to see the character get hit, right? Because that makes the game look like a game. I don't know. The Council of Sea Cups, yeah? Yep, same thing. Happens all the time.
Loyalty has condemned this man.
Like, this is all cool as shit, don't get me wrong. Do I have to rewatch all these cutscenes again when I die? Could you imagine? Like, no, I don't want to go through all this dialogue again, actually. Nah, this is fake as shit. I don't believe this. This game's never coming out. Tides of Annihilation. Who's making it? Oh, look at that logo. Impossibly tiny. Eclipse Glow Games. Let's go. Let's go look them up. My money's on Korean. I should have put money down. Eclipse Glow Games. Chinese! Ah, I fucked it. Chinese studio. God damn it. Oh, well. I said halfway through it could be either way, but my money was on Korean, but okay. Same problems, though, when you... Yeah, first trailer, yeah. I blew it. I'm sorry. But it follows the same patterns, right? Where it's a lot of action and it's very shiny and like everything's perfect to look at. And that makes it not look real. I don't believe this is real. It's coming to everything though, so I guess we'll find out.
Get more insights straight from Eclipse Glow Games.
I want my money now.
And gameplay behind that high-flying, unedited boss fight. Exclusively on Xbox One.
Never kill Eminem at this rate. That game's on sale all the time. I'm fine. From the creators of Raji. I don't think I know what Raji is. It was an extremely long trailer, yeah. Again, sort of it felt like it was overcompensating. From the not Korean creators of Raji, yeah. Okay. Like, I dig the visuals so far, but I don't know what's happening. I think I'm numb to video game trailers. You're just like, what's happening now? You're just waiting for it to end so that you can, like, react to it. According to Wiki, go on. Tides of Annihilation is based on Arthurian legend. Sure. If they say so. Didn't look British to me. So it's going to be set in Albion, is it, I guess? London. And Avalon. Oh, they used Avalon. Okay. I don't know what we just watched.
Find out what details lurk behind the
That's a cool concept trailer.
Raji Kali Yuga, the follow-up to Raji, an ancient epic.
I've never heard of this game. I've never heard of that. And I have a pretty good general, like, knowledge. Healing item is the sandwich with drink deal from Tesco. Fucking hell, that's an expensive one, though. The fuck is Xbox Wire? Xbox Wire is actually one of the biggest Xbox sites. It's one of the huge ones where most of the Xbox news goes. Xbox full screen experience comes to PC, available November 21st on Windows handhelds. Oh, okay. Well, I would hope it's already full screen on a handheld. Ever seen Djibouti Dubs E3 videos? If they're the one that did the TV clip, sure. Yeah, I thought she sounded like Jenny English as well. Coming soon to PC for Windows Insiders. Okay. It is big picture mode, yeah. But they kind of already have that. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Well then. That was fun. Apart from having a confusing final game. They do dubbing over stuff, but they also have E3 versions. Oh, okay. Right, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well then. I had fun with that. I thought that was actually really good. I thought there was some really good stuff in there. I really enjoyed that. I need to get in the habit of writing stuff down when we're watching these, because I forget otherwise. Next time on Spot the Korean Game. I got it wrong this time. Yeah, I should. Maybe we should start doing a tally to see how often I get it right. there were some really interesting things in there. Lots of like completely varied stuff. If I recall correctly, Golden Joystick had their winners announced. I didn't even know they were on. Do we want to take a look at that, or do we want to talk more about what we saw? Was there anything there? What were your highlights of this, folks? What was the ones that stood out to you, if you remember what they were called, or that you want to take a look at, maybe add to a wish list? Alien Market game. You want the, where is it? It's back here, isn't it? Where have I got that? Yeah, there we go. Roadside Research. That was pretty funny. That did look dorky as shit.
This place up to human standards. Otherwise, the scary ones show up. We need your help.
So it looks like a 4-player co-op game where we run a shop and try not to get killed. Yeah, that one did look really cool. I'm intrigued by the very first one they showed off because it just looks like Destiny.
Against the darkness.
And I couldn't think of the name of Godfall, so thank you for pointing out it's the Godfall devs. Because that makes me go, oh, well, that explains that then. But you can't tell me that doesn't look like a hunter from Destiny. If anyone tries to say, I don't know what you're talking about, I'm going to punch them. He even does the dive thing. It's exactly the same. I thought that one looked really neat. I'm into Cthulhu stuff, but I don't know. Like, I love Cthulhu stuff, but I don't know how interesting this one's going to be. What the hell? I thought that was Destiny. I was like, this looks like Destiny, and it's not. It's made by the makers of Godfall. So this one looks like a, like you were saying earlier, like a Left 4 Dead, but Call of Cthulhu. So it's a bit more spoopy. I wonder if the Mound is a specific story from, what's his face, the dickhead. The one that nobody likes, but he makes really cool horror. That one. We had Dave the Diver. What else did we have? We had Echo Generation 2. Vampire... Not Vampire Survivors. It was called the other one. You started Godfall. Most people started Godfall that got a PlayStation. I don't know anyone that got halfway through it, though. What was the other one? I had my eye on... Yeah, this one. What was this one called? This weirdo cowboy game. That seems to be about potentially time travel. Show me the name. It's got so much stuff in it. I thought it looked cool. That's the one, Erosion. Thank you. That was a long trailer. And then this fucking cool thing. Oh no, I've ruined it. Look at this guy! No, go back, go back. This guy! Look at him! He's so awesome! I would have designed characters like him in my youth. When I used to draw. God. Beastars. Very good callback. So yeah, I thought this was a really good showing. This Eminem one though, this is my highlight of the day. Even though I'm probably never going to play it because I've never played Hitman. But this would be extremely tempting to me, just to see it all play out. I need to send this trailer to my brother because it's so good. So yeah, plenty of stuff in there. I will be. Stop that. If this turns out to be real, if this ever actually comes out, I need to see it in action. We need to give it a proper review when it comes out compared to its original trailer. Because goddamn, they sure did show you an entire boss fight where she didn't get hit. This summer, knock the block off of Eminem. Yeah, let's do it. Let's murk that guy. Okay then, so let's go back over here. So Karlov says that the Golden Joystick Awards got announced today. So let's Maybe go have a look at that. Unless we have some other stuff, well, as well as... Do you have any other things from the news that y'all want to talk about to do with video games that happened this week specifically? Is there anything that caught your eye? Because I'm going to be real, most of my podcast stuff was behind. Let me have a look at Golden Joysticks. All the winners. I didn't even know it was on. I'm surprised. It feels early. Gee, this is they put the winner right at the top. I'd have put that at the bottom of the article. Berseria is PS4. Tales of Berseria Remastered. Why? Give me an old Tales of game remaster. Yeah, that is a... I guess it's because it's easy, right? To remaster something like that. That's why people do things like that. You know, it was the same with, like, The Last of Us. It's because there's less work to do, and it's current. And, like, Berseria was relatively popular, right? It does seem stupid to do that, though, because, like, it's not been that long. Or has it? Has it been at least a decade at this point, potentially? Maybe? It's your least favorite one? Oh, no. It's been 9 years? Yeah, I can kind of see an argument for it then. If it's been a decade, almost. That's really silly. But that'll be the reason why. Less work, costs less to do, shit it out the door. It was fairly popular. You just don't happen to like it. Right, the Golden Joystick Awards are upon us. This is from thegamer.com, by the way. Giving us our first major awards show of the year. Millions of votes have been counted. Who votes for them? I don't know anything about the Golden Joystick Awards, actually. But now it's time to see who will be taking home the big prizes this year. 2025 saw many big hitters, but Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is expected to win big, at least judging from all of our nominations it scooped up. Let's go check out their nominations before I go and check anything else out. Okay. The full list of nominations for this year's The Game Awards was released today, so this was on Monday, revealing that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has accumulated the most nominations ever across the award show's 11-year history. So yeah, that was a piece of news that I was thinking about coming to bring to the table. So Expedition 33 has the most nominations ever. From the Game Awards, out of all games in the past. With 12 nominations, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has overtaken God of War Ragnarok from 2022 and The Last of Us Part 2 from 2020. Was that really 2020? It's Part 2, literally 5 years old. It feels like it's a year and a half old. It feels like it's barely been out because they're always talking about it, which both earned 11 nominations in their respective years. However, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 got 12, so it beat it by a whole one. Death Stranding is quite close at 10. Baldur's Gate is under that at 9, with Deathloop at 9 as well. Deathloop got a lot of nominations, didn't it, for a game that nobody played? Very weird. Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Elden Ring, and Ghost of Tsushima are all the ones underneath those. Okay, yeah, but that's not... What's this got to do with the Golden Joysticks? No, I'll go back to the original article then. This is telling me nothing. The Golden Joysticks being voted on by the audience. Anything could happen. We'll keep you updated on all the winners throughout the night. When did we... I don't know. When did this start? Hang on. This doesn't... That's not telling me anything. Golden Joystick Awards nominations. When was that? November 3rd. 2 weeks ago. This is the first I'm hearing about it. Okay. Okay, the nominations for the 2025 Golden Joystick Awards have been announced. Held in London each year, the annual show highlights the best of the best in the world of video games. This year's event features over 24 awards, with 22 of them being voted on by the general public. Then why wasn't I made aware of it? On October 3rd, nominees for 21 categories were announced. Through October 31st, fans were able to vote on the awards, not if we didn't know about it, for their favourite games and performers. Following that, voting for the Ultimate Game of the Year opened in November. Okay, so that was the one that was a couple weeks ago. So this has been going on for a month. Okay. We could compare them, couldn't we? They're nominees for the Game Awards. So, shall we bring this? Actually, this might be easier to follow if you can all see it as well. Why didn't that change scenes? Thank you. Fuck's sake. There we go. Oh, actually, that's going to be kind of small for all of you, isn't it? Let me zoom in. Get all this out of the way. Music play. Why aren't you? Oh my god, everything is broke. Oh, no, it's just that stupid song that's got like 8 minutes of silence. Go away. I need to remove that one from the list. What is this? A website for ants? I'm sorry. I don't need big text. I have a big 4K TV, okay? It's not a TV, it's a monitor. Right, so these are the nominees, not the winners. The winners are on a different page. We can go and close that. We can go and look at those in a minute. So, what were they nominating at the Golden Joysticks? Ooh, look at big and mighty 4K over there. Shut your goddamn mouth. I earned this monitor. Okay? I will enjoy it the way I wish to. Right, so Ultimate Game of the Year. So this is the most recent ones. Oh, they highlighted the ones that won. Fuck's sake. You aren't meant to do that. Yeah, there we go. And also highlighted in bold. So I guess this answers the question as well. So Golden Joysticks, Ultimate Game of the Year. The nominees were... There's so fucking many. There's so goddamn many. Did that monitor help with spotting the Korean? I mean... I'm now looking at the adverts in the side. I'm like, are there any Korean games in here? Are there any Korean? No. It doesn't look like it. God damn it. I could have made that really funny. But these are all Western games. Actually, where's Escape from Tarkov from? I don't know. Right. Ultimate Game of the Year. Split Fiction, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach. I cannot believe that that is the name of the game. Peak, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, so we know that one. Blueprints, Silent Hill F, Ghost of Yote, Indiana Jones, reminder that came out in December last year, I want to say it was. Hades 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Hollow Knight Silksong. Now, aren't these basically kind of the same as the Game Awards? Aren't they kind of the same? Let's see if the website's working today. Where's Escape from Tarkov from? I don't know where it's from. I don't know who made that game. I don't know anything about it apart from it's, you know, hard to play. Nominees. View. Game of the Year. Okay. Hang on. Let's... No, I don't want you to go on the second monitor. Fuck's sake. I just want you to be normal. Thank you. Fucking hell. I hate everything about Windows 11. It's so shit. Let's move my camera down out of the way so it's a bit easier to see. I just want you to be normal. My parents, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to split it. And it was like trying to put it on my second monitor instead. I was like, fucking you dickhead. Hate you. Because we have to use this, the Windows thing at the top. I hate Windows 11. It's the worst. Anyway, yeah, so their game of the year. Why is Spotify over here? Fuck off. I didn't ask for this. What is wrong with you? Again, be normal. Please, just act the way you're meant to act. Thank you. Why is this so hard? There we go. In the tab, if you right mouse click, you have split tab option. No, I don't. I have reload, mute, pin, unload, and duplicate. That's all I've got. No split tabs for me. Firefox in it. Yeah, inferior browser, exactly. That's what I get for having a browser that's safe to use. It doesn't fucking force feed me AI every 20 seconds. Anyway, so what are the differences here? So Golden joysticks have split fiction. Peak. I'm trying to, like, it's so hard to double check them. Blueprints, Silent Hill F, Ghost of Yotei, Indiana Jones, and that's it. Extra. So it's like, it's got like double the amount. Should use Chrome. Why would I do that? Why would I use Chrome? It uses up more resources. I haven't got enough RAM as it is. I'm not going to use that. It has AI built into it. I don't want it to give me AI summaries on literally everything I type. Fuck that. So yeah, they got like double the amount over here. So this is, but it is a public voting system, right? But then Clair Obscur won. I have no idea what's going to win out of all of these on the Game Awards, though. Like, I have a feeling it's going to be Hollow Knight, but I will laugh if it's literally anything else because it'll make so many people mad. Should we see if they got any surprises then? So, best storytelling. Clair Obscur, Silent Hill F, Blueprints. I would argue you have to look for the story in that. Mafia: The Old Country. Interesting. I wasn't aware enough people would have played that to have voted for it. But then Lost Records, Bloom and Rage is in there, and I don't know anyone that liked that game. Am I crazy? Because this showed up in was it Games for Impact? Where is it? Yeah, Games for Impact. That's where it showed up in Game Awards. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. But like I said, I'm not sure what message it had apart from be a good friend. Which I don't think is a particularly like inspiring thing to teach people. I don't know. The 100-line Last Defense Academy. Now this one, I don't even know what that is. What's this? Oh, I do know what this is. No, I lied. I know what this is. This is from the Danganronpa people. This is their... I promise you it's not Danganronpa, but it is. I don't need Clair Obscur to win. I need Indiana Jones to lose. Why? What's wrong with Indiana Jones? I thought that was a perfectly decent game. Do we have a similar one here? Best narrative. That'll be the same, right? So what have we got over here? Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill F. Now, I personally... I love the story of Expedition 33, but I think Silent Hill is my favorite story of this year so far, personally. How do you all feel? Have any of you got any opinions about this? Have you played something that hasn't been nominated? I would love to know what you have all been playing this year. I feel for Death Stranding. I feel like for Death Stranding to be up there, you need to be able to coherently explain the plot. You can, though. The plot's actually incredibly easy to explain in Death Stranding, because the reason that people think it's confusing is because it's Kojima's storytelling, and he has a way of meandering around things whilst also saying things extremely plainly. But because it's done in a childish manner, you know, where everyone's called Dead Man, and trying to think, and her name's not Quiet. That's from Metal Gear, but you know what I'm talking about. Really, really like childish naming conventions. Rock Hard Man. Yeah, all these really childish convention names. But really, the story is about isolation and depression. It's really that simple. It's about bringing people, it's about making connections during a difficult time in your life. That's all Death Stranding is about. It's about loss and grief and coping strategies, essentially. Like, reach out to people when you need help. That's what they're all. That's what they are. Both of them, even. I don't think there's anything particularly difficult to hang on to. It's not like Kingdom Hearts, you know. I played Schedule 1 and Monhan Wilds. Would you say the story was good in those, though? And Sonic Racing. Was the story any good in any of those? Was the narrative decent? But I think, yeah, I know I didn't play Silent Hill, but I do intend to, because I really enjoyed watching Illogicoma and Markiplier playing it. It was really fun to watch them. And I really loved the story in it. I loved the way it was told bit by bit. It was a lot more like you had to pick up a lot of stuff with context clues based on like references that you would catch in dialogue, which I thought was really interesting. Like nothing was expressly said, and that's kind of like the appeal to Silent Hill, isn't it? And I did really enjoy that. Don't get me wrong, I thought the story in Expedition 33 was really good as well. But this one is the one that really caught me. Schedule 1's narrative was amazing. Not actually. Thinking of anything else I played that might have a good narrative from this year? Yeah, I'm trying to think. So the games I haven't actually played too much this year. We played Expedition 33. I played Ambrosia Island. I played South of Midnight was the other one, which I liked the setting and the world. And I loved the characters, especially the main character. I really loved her. And I thought it had an interesting story to tell, but the way it was delivered was poor. And the way it ended was very, very disappointing. I think the only two games I actually played that came out this year was Silksong and E33. Yeah, this is usually what happens to me every year when these award shows come up. It's the reason I don't vote on any of them. I take a look at them because it's interesting and I love the conversation around them. And being reminded the games that came out, because like a lot of the time I forget. I'm so forgetful. Like we watched that Xbox show. I don't think I could name any of the games that we just saw. It was half an hour ago. And it's gone, you know? I'm terrible for it. Just waiting for Death Stranding and Ghost to come to PC. Oh yeah, Death Stranding 2 is not out on PC, is it? Yeah, Yeah, Ghost of Yotei is one that I am interested in playing as well, but I need to play Tsushima first. Yeah, they will go. They are going to. It'll probably be out next year, I would have thought, for both of them. Even Death Stranding could just sort of come out at any point, really. I doubt they've got an exclusivity thing. Actually, kind of sad. Yakuza Pirates wasn't nominated at all. I didn't play it yet. Should we see if it's in the Golden Joysticks? Because this is publicly voted for. Game Awards is voted on by journalists. Shall we see? What do we think it might end up in? If it's anywhere. Let's see. Shall we? Hang on. Shall I Control F and save us some time? Yaku. Damn. Oh, that's sad. No, really? It didn't get anything? That's fucked up. Yeah, nothing. The dew of death, yeah. That's another one of the sound effects I need to put up. Best pirate Yakuza themed game, yeah. What would I have put that in? Studio of the year? I think I could make an argument for that. Like, how many other studios out there can you say are putting out games at the same clip as the fucking Yakuza studio? Like, goddamn. Like, maybe apart from Obsidian, who put out 3 games this year. How mental is that? They put out 3 games in 1 year and they're all different. Whereas the Yakuza team is like, bet, we'll make 1 game every year for the next 10 years. So they should probably get that, right? Who else is doing that? That's what PlayStation needed. And they were like, nah, we won't buy them. That's Sega's shit. What else could it have gone in? Best supporting performer? Potentially. I don't know. Not just that. Oh, go on. I still need to pick up the Lies of P DLC. You do. RGG also handles Super Monkey Ball and Virtua Fighter. And there was a Virtua Fighter out this year. I know it's a remake, but that's a good shout. So it's not just Yakuza. They're aggressively putting out a game every year and then some other shit too. Jennifer English beat Boy Faker in best where was that? Oh, in best lead performer? See, I disagree. Actually, no, this is unfair of me. I'm basing this off of not actually liking Mael as a character. I think she's a trash human being and there's nothing redeeming about her personally. But Jennifer English playing her was fantastic. And she has that same... She sold it. Yeah, she sold the hateable teenager very well. The selfish teenager very well. And I don't know if that's just like a particular skill of Jennifer English, because her character in Baldur's Gate 3 I also dislike because she's like this. So I'm like, maybe it's just the way you deliver it is so convincing. So maybe she should get that. Because like, what are the others? So we got Troy Baker as Indiana Jones, which is a marvel to listen to because you just wouldn't know. Henry in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is something impeccable to listen to. If none of you have played it, if none of you have seen any footage of it, he's genuinely believable as a character. He's equally smart and stupid, like a normal person. And he'll do impressive stuff. And you'll be like, how the fuck did you wing that? And then he'll fall over into a pile of shit. And it's all so believable. It's wonderful. He has stupid, strong persuasion. He's very charming. That tends to work in your favor. It's like saying, I don't think Micah's voice actor was good because I hate Micah. Yeah, exactly. It's unfair, isn't it? It's just like, no, I just don't like you. Because you're not meant to. So they've done their job, right? So yeah, absolutely, I can see a good one for this. The guy who did Jan's voice is doing something incredible as well. Like, I'd almost argue that this maybe should have won because he has to play... How many Jans is it? Hang on. How many Jans in the Altars? I think it's like 12, right? How many can you make? You can have up to 6. Yeah, but that's not all of them, is it? Or is it? Is it only 6? I thought there were 12 of them. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Hang on. I know this is kind of spoiling it for some people. By the way, you can multiply yourself. It's literally the whole point of playing the game. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So there's 10 Jans. So this actor played a version of himself 10 times. But it's so hard to explain. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know what The Alters is, The Alters is a sort of survival management sim, kind of. But it has like a narrative, and basically you're crash landed on a planet that the sun is like super close to the planet, and when the sun comes up, you're all gonna burn to death. Basically, there's only one of you. However, on the ship that you have is basically a replicator, but what it's doing is it's pulling alternate versions of you that had different upbringings. So it's like an alternate timeline version of yourself. And it can only do it from yourself. You can't just make something. It has to come from someone. And so you can pick up, like, in this case, you know, your normal Jan. I can't remember what his normal job is, but we'll say he's a botanist or something. You need an engineer to help you fix things. So you get, you give it your blood and you pick the alternate timeline where Jan became an engineer instead of a botanist. And he's had a completely different lifestyle, so his personality's different. His childhood was different. And because of where he ended up living, like maybe his accent is different, that kind of thing. And this guy, Alex Jordan, is the voice actor for every version of Jan. So 10 versions of Jan, and he does alter them. They do sound like their own Jan, even though it's the same voice actor. And it's fucking incredible to listen to. It's really impressive the way he does it, because it's so subtle. But if you were to do it blindfolded, you would know which one you're talking to. Yeah, every alter has a different voice or cadence to them. He went the flipping distance with that game. It has to be a somewhat realistic alternative timeline. So our Jan didn't go to college. Meanwhile, scientist Jan not only went to college, but didn't get with the girl. Exactly. It is a story game. Yeah, it is single player. The only reason I will put up my just as a heads up is because they used AI placeholder text in it. And they forgot to swap it out before they pushed the game out. As far as I'm aware, they didn't get caught doing anything else AI related, but otherwise, I think it is an exceptional game. So that's just something that obviously I want to put the, hey, by the way, AI was involved in the making of this game. But it's up to you to decide if that's like a major put-off point. Welcome in, Mary, by the way. Lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. We're just talking about video games. We watched the Xbox Partner Preview, and now we're going over the Golden Joystick Awards because I didn't even know they were on. So we're going through them. So I think the potential that this might not have won is because like less people have played it because of the AI related thing. Oh, there's so many good ones, though. They're all so good. Oh, I honestly don't know who I would have voted for in this one. Because like I said with South of Midnight, I loved Hazel. I thought Hazel was a really lovely character. And we don't get to see enough, decent female black characters black characters generally speaking, but a decent female black character, especially a strong one that looks after themselves at such a young age. It was a banger year. Actually, yes, Mary, you've put a nail in it today. Because this year is crazy good. This is probably going to go down as one of the years, what was... I always forget which years they actually are. There were a couple of years that everyone goes back to. Is it 2015 was the year of dreams or something? Because that's when, like, Final Fantasy VII was announced. Like, re-announced or something, or originally announced. And I want to say 2010 was one of the big ones as well. But yeah, this one just had so many good games in it. Like, how are you meant to decide? There was so many that I just haven't had a chance to play any of them. I never got around to Indiana Jones in the end. I never got around to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I couldn't run the altars. I tried to get a key for the altars, but I was denied, sadly. I can't play Ghost of Yotei because I don't have a PlayStation. I would have really wanted to play this because I love Erika Ishii. I think Erika is like one of my favorite people in the world because she's a gremlin like me. So unpredictable. No Katamari nomination for soundtrack. That only came out the last couple of weeks though, didn't it? So it would have been too late. South of Midnight, I saw you play it. Yeah, the one with the really disappointing ending. Like, it was a really nice character with a really good sort of like theme. But the game itself wasn't that good and the ending, it was dog shit. I know I shouldn't like wish the death of an old lady at the end of the game, but I'm sorry, she was evil. I was gunning for her death and we didn't get it. I was like, God damn it. So where is soundtrack here? Best expansion, best audio design, best soundtrack. Not in there. So yeah, Katamari. Wasn't that, hang on. What's the new one called? I forgot what the current one. New Katamari game. I swear that only came out like a couple of years ago. Once Upon a Katamari. So it would have been too late for a nomination. Because the only... Well, I guess it would be a little different. Wouldn't it? No, don't do that. Stay here. Fuck off. It doesn't say the date on here. Why are you like this? Available now. When was it out? Fuck's sake. Why are websites so dog shit today? Like, everything's so bad. When were you out? 23rd of October. So it's been like a month. So it would have been on like the cusp. Yeah, it would have been at the very edge of being allowed to be nominated. It might be in it next year. It won't be. Wait, what was it on Game Awards? Audio design. Best score and music? Oh, of course, yeah. It's all the same game. This is the thing, like, this year was such a good year for games. But nearly all the same games got fucking nominations in every category this year for Game Awards. That's why I'm not surprised by any of it. I'm just like, yeah, you're right. These do deserve to be here, but it is kind of boring that they're all Hollow Knight, Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2, Expedition 33, a little bit of Hades 2 here and there. I'm just like, oh, okay. Because like, what, best indie? Hollow Knight, Hades 2. Okay, so let's do Expedition 33, same. Right? I don't want to play Hollow Knight, though. You don't have to play it. That's up to you. How you doing, Spitfire? Lovely to see you. Best Action Adventure. Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Hollow Knight. Just... You see what I mean? I'm not saying this is a bad thing. These all do deserve it, but it is a little boring that they're all in them unless you go really outside of it. Like, really mess around with it. Best community support. Okay. Doing all right. Just living the commuter life. Or are you on the train? On a bus? Right, anyway. I was meant to be going through these systematically, but I don't know if that's what we're interested in doing now. It's just kind of a discussion about what's out this year. Still playing. Okay, so let's compare those. So that would be best ongoing, right? 1 3/4 hours each way in a car. Oh, goddamn. Fuck that. Get another job. I wouldn't be doing that. You're stronger than me. It was bad enough when I had to go 25 minutes. I hated that. Yeah, so still playing. Minecraft, love that. Love that that's still in there. Great selection. So we got Fortnite as expected. That's in both of them. I'm surprised. Do you know what? I've already spotted a major problem with this one. There's no Final Fantasy 14 in here. You're saying normal gamers aren't playing Final Fantasy 14 still? Weird. Dead by Daylight does not deserve a nomination for still playing. People, like, it does though. Look at this. Hang on. Okay, this is going to be really boring to a bunch of you. Where do I keep it all? Not that one. There we go. Let's go and check this out, shall we? How many people are playing Dead by Daylight right now? How many streamers are playing Dead by Daylight right now? There are currently 19,000 people watching Dead by Daylight streams. And you're saying it doesn't matter if it had shit storms. If people are still playing it, that's what that category is for. It's what it means. 19,000 people are watching this category right now. You can't say they're not playing it just because it had a crap 6 months. It's gigantic because of 2v8. I mean, yeah, sure. But that doesn't mean anything to anyone. If people are still playing it, regardless, that's all that matters. And you gotta remember, this is just the streamers as well. Like, I wish it told me how many streamers are in the category. I would love to see that. Can we, hang on. Can I check that? Let me go have a look. Games. Let me have a look at games. Dead by Daylight. It's gonna be that one, isn't it? $46,000 viewers at peak. It's pretty low this is only the beginning of the month, but 21,000 peak viewers. They hate watching playing. They are. But I'm sorry, that's support. I'm sorry to say. Channels, here we go. Okay, so 1,761 channels this month. It's only been really slow, gradual change as well. So we got the peak at, what was it, 2,969 channels. Okay, so this is every day, right? So this is over the last 30. So let's spread it out. We'll do it 90 days. I don't know, man. It seems like they're doing all right. It seems like maybe maybe them having a shit 6 months is only having a minor curve on their work. Doesn't seem to be having an effect. Like, yeah, it's going down. But it's still gigantic. I'm sorry to tell you. I know it's not what you want to hear. But it didn't win, so there's that. It just got voted for. They're not saying it's a winner. I would love to see how many votes they all got. That would be interesting. That's what I want to see. I want to see the stats of how much something was voted for. I'm much more interested in that. What else is in there? Warframe, GTA Online, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Apex Legends. I'm always surprised to see that one there. There can't be that many people watching that anymore. Apex Legends. Surely. That's at the edge of its bell curve. Yeah, this one's like really sunk off. So I'll do it at 180. So you see the edge of this curve here? I love, by the way, Solinome updated the website so that all of this is much more readable. So the line here is what we're looking for. See this here? Just in case it's not clear enough for you. It basically shows popularity. And yeah, Apex is like on a steep decline. That's a crazy decline. It's real bad. How do I delete? Do I just do that? Yeah. Okay. I'm back. The ad was that FNAF movie. I'm sorry. If I could decide the ads, I wouldn't make you sit through FNAF. Doesn't look so bad when you put it at a year. Looks almost like a straight line, but it's not. It is a downturn. In truth, I'm working on an exit strategy from my job. I'm just taking a while. You know what? The job market is impossible at the moment, so I understand. Take your time. Find something suitable before you jump ship. I loved Apex Legends, but yeah, same. I used to love watching what's his name? The one that said the stupid shit. The one that was like, "Come play Ark Raiders." That one. I used to play that. Watch them playing it all the time. All streamers. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. No, the one that was like the one that tried to imply that multiplayer games are niche and they're played like by less people than single player games are. Fucking idiot. Trying to go entrepreneur. Wife is on board. We're working on the plan together to get me out, though. If I can hold out to April, I have 21 stocks that will vest. Ooh, I fully recommend doing that in that case, and I'm so glad you have the support as well. Yeah, I can't remember his name either. He's a twat either way. Yeah, no, good luck, obviously. I can't say that word. Entrepreneurship is a difficult thing to do, but I'm sure you've got all your plans in line for it. And I'm glad you've got Amazon stocks as well. Well, there you go. Then hopefully everything will turn out okay for you. That's really exciting. The guy didn't say the multiplayer games are niche. He did! He literally said because they're like not in vogue, right? I'm gonna find out what his fucking name is. What do we even do? Said Ark Raiders. Vote for Ark Raiders, wasn't it? Like, he said people are prejudiced against single players. He said no, wait. Shroud, that's his fucking name. Here we go. Yeah, hang on. Where's the quote? No, I don't want a video. For God's sake. Where's the quote? Urging his fans to vote on Embark Studios. The Polish Canadians' demand was met with both agreement and disdain. Fucking quote him, you twat! 90% single player gamer. I mean, exactly. Oh, am I gonna have to go on the game rant? He said some stupid shit. Okay, yeah. So Shroud pushes instead for fan vote for Ark Raiders for Game of the Year, suggesting that the Game Awards unfairly skews its main award towards single-player experiences, implying heavily that people don't play multiplayer. The streamer urges multiplayer gamers to band together, suggesting that multiplayer-orientated players are the minority. That's what he said. Sorry. So I did misquote it, but the minority is literally in quotes. He said that multiplayer gamers are in the minority, which is absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I've never heard anything stupider. Because, yeah, there is a lot of stuff that is single player in the Game Awards, right? All aim, no brain. Absolutely. Because, like, look at this. Hang on. Yes, in the Game of the Year category, these are single-player games. All of them are single-player games. Totally get that. But you can't tell me that half of the shit in every other category, you know, Mario Kart, multiplayer, Rematch, multiplayer, Sonic, multiplayer. Let's even go to the best ongoing. Final Fantasy, multiplayer. Fortnite, multiplayer. Helldivers 2, multiplayer. Marvel Rivals, multiplayer. No Man's Sky, multiplayer. Do you see? You can't make out like it's in the minority. It's so dumb. Split Fiction, multiplayer. Lego Pie, multiplayer. Technically, Donkey Kong is multiplayer. Fucking stupidest shit that dude has ever said. And that's saying something considering he's a fucking... he's a competitive multiplayer gamer, you know? It's not in the minority. It's just that, I'm sorry, these games are also very good. I'm not saying Arc Raiders isn't very good. However, I'm willing to bet a bunch of these didn't use AI to skip some corners. You know? Because people still think Overwatch deserved that award in 2016. Didn't. What was it up against, though? Was that at Game Awards 2016? What was that up against? Game of the Year. It was Overwatch, wasn't it? Against Doom, Inside, Titanfall 2, and Uncharted 4. God, that was a banger year as well, wasn't it? Going up against Titanfall 2. That's 2 multiplayer games in the Game of the Year. Fucking idiot. Absolute twat. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just salty about shit like that because it's such a poor take. That's how I felt about some stupid quote James Hetfield of Metallica said. Oh, he doesn't shut up though, does he? Said about Dave Mustaine of Megadeth last year or earlier this year, except every article was James said something, then 12 paragraphs of history and no actual quote. Fucking drives me up the wall. You're journalists. Put the quotes in. They exist. I don't want to watch it. I don't want the video. I want the quote. It isn't like people still cry that DS3 or Doom should have taken it. Yeah. I can confidently say I never played any of the games on that list. Doom was good. Yeah, Doom was actually very good. I'm not going to take that away. But Titanfall 2 was fucking incredible. Nobody was voting for that one. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm salty anyway when it comes to stuff like that. I'm just like, what a dumb thing to say. The multiplayer isn't played by anyone. Like, if like just taking one step backwards from, you know, saying the minority, you know, that it's like it's rigged. Like, if that were the case, when did It Takes Two win? Last year. That would have been. And that was a multiplayer game, right? So I know that it's not quite what he's talking about, but yeah, even just taking one step back, you can look at it and be like, well, clearly they're not it's multiplayer. It's clearly not minority. It's not minority. It absolutely isn't. Because otherwise, Sony wouldn't be, PlayStation wouldn't be running themselves into the ground, paying way too much money for Bungie in the hopes that they'll start making more live service games, right? Overwatch 2 wouldn't be so desperate to try and get hold of your money if they didn't think that multiplayer was going to be the way. If it was going to make more money, there would be more single player games being made. And it's just not the case. More people play multiplayer games because it makes more sense that more people play multiplayer games. It's something to do with your friends. It's something to do together. That's what anything with a lobby is going to be important to most people. It's just such a boneheaded take. Fucking clearly no thought was put into it. And then, as I will keep saying, fuck you to Arc Raiders for trying to make it look like using AI is okay just by saying you got permission from the voice actors. Fuck you, that doesn't make it okay. Just makes it okay with those voice actors. It's setting a precedent so that you don't have to pay anyone in the future, and it's gross. So, moving on. All lame, no brain. Yeah. So okay, so still playing. So Minecraft 1, understandably. Still playing mobile. Oh, they had 2 different categories for it? Okay. Also, 2021 was Xbox's last Game of the Year nomination. Yeah, Xbox basically never gets a nomination ever, let alone for Game of the Year. Next to never end up in anything. If anything, this might be one of the better years for Xbox, right? Because they had... Shit, which one was it? Was it Direction? I'm not going to remember. Audio? I know Avowed is in one of these. Am I going to have to go through them? Can I go through them all? Xbox. Accessibility. So they got one for South of Midnight in accessibility. So glad they let us do this. Games for Impact, it was the same, South of Midnight, right? Yeah. Then... so they're actually doing okay, relatively speaking, this year. We got Doom. Technically Ninja Gaiden 4, although that's not really theirs. And Best RPG... was that... There's 2 of theirs. So they got Avowed in the Outer Worlds. That's 2 of theirs. So Xbox have actually done all right this year, because usually none of their games end up in here whatsoever. Other news, I am actively attempting to get my British passport because the UK changes rules and stopped being misogynistic, and I can claim that because my mom was never registered by her dad and therefore could not register me when I was born because my dad wasn't British, that I should be able to have UK citizenship. Okay. So you haven't... Oh! So you're not considered a UK citizen? Interesting. That's wild. That's crazy. Well, congratulations. I also don't have a British passport, but it's because I've never had a passport. So otherwise I would have one. It's so convoluted, but you can register. Fingers crossed that makes things a lot easier for you, especially as like the way the things are going in the UK. We're going to be ID'd a lot now. I'm going to have a nightmare time. I have like no ID. I've got my provisional driver's license and that's it, which I guess is fine, but it's not, you know, it's not the most helpful thing in the world. I really wish I could update the photo on it. The photo on it is atrocious. Citizen card. Yeah, we're not getting that. Well, no, they want to bring that in, don't they? They want to bring in the ID card. I think they're going to have a bit of a struggle when people just say no. I think that's what's going to happen. Is they're going to introduce it and everyone's just going to say, I'm not using that. No, I don't have it. It's going to be so much of that. Like when you get 3 million signatures, what is it? What do we call that website? Oh my god, the one where you literally petition stuff. I'm not gonna look it up because it's got my signature on it. But we got the one, haven't we? Where it's like, it just says don't bring in the ID. Change.org, thank you, yeah. There was a change.org that got signed by 3 million people in the UK saying, no, fuck you. And the government simply replied to it saying, we're gonna anyway. So they're probably gonna have a lot of people putting their feet in the dirt around that one. I think you can update the photo. I had to on my driver's license, but it was a full one at the time. I think that's what I have to do, is I have to redo it if I get a full one. Because change.org ever changed any government's minds. Luckily, like, they have to talk about it, and then sometimes there is somebody, you know, in Parliament that's like, actually, I would like to talk about this. This is important. So I am going to be interested, like, how many government officials when they do talk about it, which I think is in like a week or something like that. I will be interested to see if anyone stands up and said, no, I don't want Tony Blair to have all of my personal information. Also, morning stream. Yeah, it's morning for Furby. How early is it for you there? Welcome in. Good morning. For anyone who doesn't know, Furby is in Japan at the moment. It's 7 a.m. The fuck are you watching me for? Go back to bed. How's it going, though? I hope you had a good sleep, because it was a lot of traveling the other day. That means it's almost your birthday, isn't it? Or have we missed it? I keep never writing it down. It is your birthday today. Happy birthday, Furby! How exciting! In Japan for your birthday. I'm so jealous. Can we get some happy birthdays in chat? Yeah! Go have cake. Go to your favorite animal-related food place. Yeah! The cake is not a lie, it's just good. Because it's Japan and all their food is good. Apart from their cheese.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. Exactly. Just like Isaac said. 100%. You know, I'm looking at Isaac's name in chat. I changed his color yesterday because he's got what's it called? Twitch Turbo at the moment. So I went to change his color and I'm like, can't see this is such a pale color. I don't know if it looks good or not. It's very skin color, isn't it? I might have to go and change it again. Actually. Speaking of the cake, I introduced my 9 and 11-year-olds to Portal. Oh, I wish I could have played it at 9 or 11. Oh my gosh. I'm glad they're enjoying it. That's so exciting. You wait until they find out that they can play multiplayer in number 2. That's going to be great. I'm going to Ueno Zoo today, then the Maid Cafe afterwards. Oh, good choices. Oh, I would love to go to the zoo. I haven't been to a zoo in fucking forever. I would love to do that. I need to go to Japan. Should we make that the next thing I save up for? I won't get new equipment or anything. I'll just save up and go to Japan one time. It would be nice. That's crazy. Okay. What were we doing? It's 10 o'clock. Hey, welcome in, Hellscythe. Yeah, it's Furby's birthday. By then, maybe I will have 2 controllers, though they play Lego Star Wars multiplayer, and my 11-year-old loves playing on the keyboard, while the 9-year-old uses the controller. Teach them young. Get them on the keyboard. How was the Xbox show? It was actually kind of fun. It was actually pretty decent. There were some surprises in there. I fucked up though. I put my money down on a game being Korean and it was Chinese. I fucked it up. It does depend on the game. Yeah, if they're playing Monster Hunter, don't play it on keyboard. It's really bad. I don't recommend that at all. But on, yeah. Oh, that RPG in London? Yeah! Yeah, apparently it's set in Arthurian tale. I thought that was intriguing because I got none of that from the trailer. Very funny. But yeah, I called it as Korean and I was incorrect. I'm very put out by it. I might start turning that into a tally. Like, how many times do I clock an Asian game properly? You called it as Korean as well. Was it the was it the perfect C-cup boobs that did it? There was so many tails and I just went the wrong way with it. It's fine. Can't get more. It's funny either way. But yeah, we started looking at the golden joysticks, sort of, because Alexander Karlov put it up and I was like, I didn't even know that was happening. It was the generic doll face on the characters. See, yeah, that should have been the giveaway that it was Chinese as well, though, shouldn't it? The action made it look Chinese, but everything else shouted Korean to me. But yeah, I didn't realize the golden joysticks had happened. Like, apparently this was a month ago, all the voting started. I'm like, it's the first I've heard of this. I had no idea. Studio of the Year, Sandful Interactive. Based on what evidence? This is always a weird one. Why is the public voting on Studio of the Year? You don't know what it's like to work there. Surely? Maybe it sucks at all of these. I bet you it sucks to work at Team Cherry. Apart from the money. I'm making that up, by the way. I don't mean that. Please don't come after me. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in here that's like particularly like, oh yeah, we should take a look at that. Best early access repo. I could see that. That really did take the internet by storm for 7 days, didn't it? That was one of the crazy ones where everyone was like, yeah, let's fucking play repo, and then never again. Or am I wrong about that? Does anyone here know anyone who plays repo on the reg still? Or did it come and go when the streamers did one video of it? You do? I don't know anybody. Is it something I should take a look at? Watame? Oh, of course Watame does. That makes sense, actually. Okay, yeah, I could see this being quite a big one with the VTubers. Because it's so dorky. Right? Kind of fits most of their vibe, doesn't it? What the fuck is Nine Kings? I know what all the other ones are. What are you? Nine Kings. What is this? It's a roguelike. Put it in the bin. I don't want to know. Fast-paced roguelike kingdom builder. Grow your empire, fight massive battles against powerful rival kings, break the game with thousands of insane builds to become the king of kings. Should we send this one to Author Thee? This sounds like this would be one that Author Thee would like. Why is it always so fucking loud? There's no need. Let's have a look. I've never seen this. I don't know this one. I must have missed when all the VTubers were into this. I feel like no one knows what a roguelike really is. I know. I argue with people about like the roguelike descriptions a lot. They just call everything they can't categorize as a roguelike, yeah. It is used a lot. Sometimes it is correct. But I think people just look at difficult start over and think that that's a roguelike, and it's like, there's a bit more to it than that. There's not a lot more to it than that, but there is a bit. Why is it cutting my video off on this one screen? Let me have my buttons, thank you. Okay, we don't need to look at more of this. I was curious. I like to know when there's a game that I don't recognize. I really wanted to like Grounded 2. I should maybe go back to that one at some point, maybe after another big update. That could be... because I really love Grounded 1. Or maybe I should just buy Grounded 1. Because I've never paid for it. I always had it on Game Pass. So now I'll have to start over. Maybe we could make that the server Christmas game. How cheap is that at the moment now? None of you are going to want to play that, right? Should we have a look at it? Or maybe I'll just play it on my own and everyone else can play what they want. 34 quid! It's a bit steep. Bit steep for a Christmas game, innit? Right, fuck that. I changed my mind. Never mind. I lied. God damn it. I really want to play Grounded 2, though. I should get into that. I don't know how long to wait for the next, like, big update for it, though. Best gaming hardware. I love this. It's so random. Best gaming hardware? Like, a bunch of different things that are not remotely related. Elgato Facecam. How is that gaming hardware? It's a face cam. It's not for gaming. It's quite the opposite. It's for showing off. Western Digital Black SN. Is this one of the good SSDs? Should I be writing this one down? I love this, though. It's just a CPU. No, motherboard. Yeah. Very funny. I looked at Studio of the Year over the last few years. 2024, Team Asobi. 2023, Larian Studios. 2022, FromSoft. 2021, Capcom. 2020, Naughty Dog. It's basically just a second game of the year. Well, what was it here? What did we have here? Because I thought it was a really weird thing to vote on. Like, the public doesn't know what it's like to work there. Where is it? Studio of the Year. Sandfall Interactive. Why? Because there's 33 of them. Is that it? I want to know. Why did they... What? Based on what? Because they had a really good, like, promo video? They're all working inside a fucking expensive-looking mansion, so they must be the best studio. Is that what it is? It's so weird. And then using what you said as like a... Like as an example. Yeah, it is just another game of the year, isn't it? This is... What? A Hollow Knight? Expedition 33. What did Aggro Crab do? Was that actually... Are they another Crab's treasure, or is that someone else? We got Bloober Team, so Silent Hill 2. Slow Clap, I can't remember what they make. What did Rebellion do this year? Hang on. We can check this. Let's have a look in here. Atomfall. Okay. So they made Atomfall. What about Slow Clap? Doo-doo. Slow Clap Rematch. Okay. That was Kepler Interactive as well. So that's two of the same publisher in there as well. Oh, Aggro Crab is Peak. You're right. This is kind of like Game of the Year. It's a little different, though, at least, in this one. It's a bit more varied. A stick of gum. That's a good piece of gaming hardware. Yeah, if you put it in the right place. They have a really cool open concept office with go-karts that zoom around the desks when you need a break. I would actually quite like that. I love the Naughty Dog games, but Studio of the Year, after what came out about the conditions, is insane. That's what I mean. It feels like a nuts category for the public to vote on. Because you've got no concept of what it's like to work there. I literally said, I bet you it sucks to work at Team Cherry. I bet it's not as nice as you think, apart from the money. So I don't know. So I was just kind of vaguely looking through the categories and seeing if there was anything that's like different. I like this, though. PC game and console game of the year, because it can differ. And it does look like it came out pretty different. Oh, yeah, because, like, Death Stranding and Ghost of Yotei, they're locked to PlayStation at the moment, aren't they? So this is really cool. Lovely to see Dune Awakening there, considering how many people play that. And I'm surprised to see a Abiotic Factor as well. Like, I know a lot of people like this one. But it's nice to see it just sort of, like, get its flowers. You know, someone mentioned it at the very least. It didn't win, because Hollow Knight's here. But... Isn't that on console as well, though? Should that have... Okay. Okay. Console game of the year, Monster Hunter Wilds. What, the worst version? of Monster Hunter Wilds got in console game of the year. Okay. Whatever. The public is high sometimes. They clearly don't know what they're talking about. What's gaming going back to gaming hardware? What is a Razer Blade 16? Is that a mouse? No, it's an actual it's a laptop. Okay. It's an RTX 5080 laptop. Okay. £3,000. Fuck off. The Elgato Facecam doesn't belong here. That's silly. And also, don't get me wrong, the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller is very good, but I'm sure there were other controllers out that were better this year. Most likely. Razer does make some killer laptops. That is fair. It's just as well because their peripherals suck ass. Yeah, their prices are very expensive. That's why I don't tend to buy Razer, because you're paying for a name more than anything. You're paying for like a color. Not really my kind of thing. All right, best. What have we got? A game okay, so we had game adaptation in this as well, didn't we? Best adaptation. How do they line up? So we got Devil May Cry. We got Arcane Season 2. Ooh, that wasn't in Game of the Year. Okay. Last of Us Season 2. Yep. Minecraft movie, of course. Secret Level. You can't. You can't do that. Did anyone watch this in the end? I guess at least this one still makes more sense than fucking Splinter Cell, which I didn't even know would come out. No. Exactly. And Sonic the Hedgehog 3 belongs there as well. Half the price is probably because of the GPU. Yeah, to be fair, that is like a £2,000 GPU, isn't it? So, well, no, it's the 5080, so like $1,000. So you're not wrong. I love my mouse and keyboard from Razer at the moment. They're actually very comfortable. I'm sad I had to retire my 16-year-old Logitech mouse, though. Logitech. But I did find a generic keyboard I have at work that I love, and my purchase from for my home. But I get the Razer. Get that Razer isn't for everyone. I just think they're. I don't know. You're just paying a lot for just the name when there's other things out there that cost like a fraction that do basically the same things. I'm not saying they make bad products. I just think they're priced too high. So I can't really make any I can't make any judgments on best game adaptation because I haven't watched any of these. I've not watched none of these. So interesting to see Arcane in there, considering it wasn't voted for at all here, and they voted for a Splinter Cell. I want to know what I reckon this one, Splinter Cell. I reckon this is one studio, one journalist like Playhouse that just had all of them vote for it, right? To get it in there. Because the only person I know in the game industry that is into Splinter Cell in a way that they'd be like, please watch this, is Barrett from Kind of Funny. And there's 11 of them at Kind of Funny. So I could see them all just putting their money on just this one thing. Except Tim's there, so he probably would have voted for Devil May Cry. I legit had no idea there was a Splinter Cell thing this year. I had no fucking clue. I was like, what do you mean? Absolutely makes no sense to me. When this came up, I was like, sure, Devil May Cry, sure. This came up and I was like, what are you talking about? When did that come out? So stupid. A GTA 6 2035. I can believe it. I can believe it. I don't think that's coming out next year. I reckon it's going to push. Best game trailer. Grand Theft Auto 2. Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer 2, which, is one of the most highly viewed trailers of all time. Battlefield 6, Rhythm Doctor. Rhythm Doctor? What are you? What are you? Rhythm Doctor trailer. Probably should have put that into YouTube, shouldn't I? Let's be smarter about it. Let's go put that in. I thought the Expanse trailer was pretty decent. No, that's not. I literally copy. Copy? Why are you pasting a thing I copied 20 minutes ago? Thank you. The best advert is a hell of an award category. I mean, this is voted on by the public, so I don't know if the public chooses the categories as well. All right, hang on. Let's turn this music off.
Everything in this trailer, including text and cuts, is
Oh yeah,
gameplay footage.
I forgot about this.
And has been edited in an external program at all.
This one's really good. Yeah.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3. If you double it, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here.
Like this is one cut. This is just the game.
That's it.
I love it.
Just like that.
As a rhythm game player, I'm like, I instantly know how this works. It's a lot going on though, but it is a very good trailer. Yeah, I forgot about this one. Wasn't this one shown at... no, this was at the PlayStation one, wasn't it? I was about to say, was it shown at the Xbox thing this year, but this might have been the PlayStation one. You know, for TGS, maybe? There you go. Cool game. I promise I've only watched 2 of these. Please don't judge me. All right, let's put that back. The Expanse Osiris Reborn. I thought that was a pretty cool trailer, but I guess you have to be interested in The Expanse, which I'm not. Romeo is a dead man. Not my thing. Not my thing. It's fine. Time to feed the kids, and then I need sleep so I can wake up super early for work. Yuck. Have a good stream. Hope to catch you again another day. No problem, Spitfire. Have a decent sleep, and good luck with your almost 2-hour commute. I feel for you. Thank you. I will be. I'll be finishing off pretty soon. Anyway, we're sort of winding down because it's getting on. It's almost 10:30. Most wanted game. This is a fucking massive list. This is a crazy huge list. You can't be having categories that have like 20 goddamn games in it. So got most anticipated here. This is what I like about Game Awards is it's like there's 5. There's 5 and that's it. Maybe 6 if there was like a tie, you know? But again, these are voted on by the public. Of course, Grand Theft Auto won. It was going to. It's going to it in Game of the Year as well. I forgot Wolverine was coming out. So Onimusha, is that in there? Oh yeah, look at that. A singular person voted for Onimusha. Screw GTA 6, give me Onimusha. Well, let's have a look. So out of the ones here, yeah, this is going to be more interesting. Let's bring this one over. Oh god, that got really small. Bigger. Enhance. There we go. So we're not wasting a ton of space. So we got Grand Theft Auto, Resident Evil 9, The Witcher 4, which I still don't believe is coming out. I'm like, that we've been given no indication. That's what I was arguing about with Game of the Year, because it's in here as well. I'm like, they've never said that it's coming out next year. I don't know where this is coming from. Crimson Desert is also a good shout. Oh, is that in there as well? That might be mine. That might be mine. Hang on. Black Myth, Zhong Chui, I think it's pronounced Zhong Chui. Please don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I can see some people being interested in that one. Like that game did all right, didn't it? Clipped, don't. How do you say it? Should we see if Google knows how to say it? hang on. Chrome. Let's have a look. It must know Chinese better than anyone else, right? Oh, okay. We got a YouTube video. Help.
You are looking at Julian's pronunciation guide, where we look at how to pronounce better some of the most mispronounced words in the world, like this other curious word. But how do you say what you're looking for today? Name pronunciation, if you want to learn more confusing names, including from Chinese mythology. Stay
Pray
tuned.
for me.
This is the name of Black Myth. The Chinese pronunciation, Gamescom, Zhong Gui. Zhong Gui.
Are you sure?
In English, therefore you can simply say it as Zhong Gui. Here
Zhong
are more
Gui?
videos on how to pronounce more.
I don't believe you. Zhongqi. Great efforts, thanks. Okay. Are we sure?
Zhongkui.
Okay.
Zhongkui.
That's the same one.
Zhongkui.
They're all the same. Don't lie to me.
Zhongkui.
Okay. Well, I guess I got it wrong. I thought it was Trey. I guess it was wrong. Oh, no, wait. Ch is the C, isn't it? I just know we we will hear Jeff say it next year. Oh, that would be so delightful. Jeff saying it wrong next year. I'm looking forward to that. That's a good shout. I like that. Okay, well, I got it wrong. Yeah, John Quee is that what that one is? So yeah, I guess this one might be super popular. Black Myth 2, basically, yeah. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. I'm so glad people are excited for a Lego Batman game in 2025. I think that's cute. That's really cute. First Light. So this is the Flower vote. This is Flower voted in this apparently because they're the only person. I don't know anyone else is looking forward to this. Is anyone here like even remotely interested in this new 007 game that isn't Flower? Yeah, Subnautica's completely out of my list. We were talking about that earlier, Winterheart. Interesting, Subnautica 2 is entirely tied up in the dumbest lawsuit in history. See, for me, like, even if it gets resolved, you know, in whatever way it is, I'm like, I don't want to give Krafton money anymore. So what I was saying earlier is I feel really bad for the devs that are still working there trying to make a good game, because they're probably making a good game. And there's going to be people like me that are like, I'm not giving my money to AI companies. And they might not be making AI companies, but their owner is. So fuck them. Sadly. Like, I just want to see the game reignite this stupid lawsuit even more. Oh, you want to see more drama? Well, sadly, the last proceedings were yesterday, so the last of the drama is probably yesterday. And then we might see some more mid-January when the decisions are made. And then that'll be it. They want to watch the world burn. I mean, it's just fun to watch idiots fight. It's really fun to watch idiots fight. I would, like, if I was a gambling person, I would put money on it because it's fun. And this, the next game is Black Myth. Which one, Jeff? Black Myth. Yeah, exactly. Exodus. Now, I don't think I know which one that one is. That's how it helps if you spell right, doesn't it? Exodus game. What are you? It's got cool space helmets. What is this? Guys, I don't think I know this one. It's okay on Steam. Mass Effect at home. Why not? Mass Effect's never coming out. Wizards of the Coast? I'm out. Instantly. I'm not giving Wizards of the Coast more money. Oh, come on. I paused it for a second. Oh, it's evil. Yeah, basically. Fucking hate it when my browser does this. I should know this?
This is your last chance to
Why?
do it.
Is Pragmata next year? Ooh. It's a good question. I'm trying to think because they've got Resident Evil next year, right? So they don't need another game next year. They could hold it out for another year.
Now that we're all best of friends, let's make each other ready.
But it is meant to be next year, isn't it? Yeah, this is very pretty.
Got away with celestial tech.
But I think you might be right with Mass Effect at home. Oh, fuck, they got a bear, though. Is this D&D in space?
I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
Let me light the way for you.
Why are you fighting a space bear? Why aren't you fighting a space bear?
Many thanks again for your help.
Look at all these fellas.
You should have been honest.
Occamine Grazer.
This place is forbidden.
We've never heard of this game.
The price is death.
I love that this is on a most anticipated, and this is the first time I'm hearing about it. What I do with bears is my own business. I'm sorry. You're right. I went too far. I take it back. I've never heard of this. What even? It doesn't even... Tell me more. I look forward to getting that for free on Twitch, PS Plus, and Epic 12 months after launch. Yeah. Exodus is a sci-fi action-adventure RPG where you become the Traveler. That's from Destiny as well. Leading humanity's fight for survival against the Celestials. Face our evolution 40,000 years in the future. You can't say 40,000. There's only one brand that's allowed to have that exact number, and you can't have it. Explore extraordinary worlds and confront time itself to shape the fate of generations. Now, this is immediately what puts me off is Wizards of the Coast. I'm like, I don't want to give them money because they're assholes. But also, this, I think you hit it on the head. It sure does look like Mass Effect at home. This is Warhammer, Destiny, and Mass Effect all at home, all at once. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine. It sure looked like one of those games that's trying really hard to be pretty. Which means it probably feels crap to play. Do you know what I mean? I have a sense that like everything's really floaty. Like there's no weight to any of it. And I know it's cruel of me to make that kind of assumption just from the trailer, but I'm like, I've played games like this. Unreal 5 DLSS is mandatory. Absolutely. You can feel it in all of these All of these screenshots are cleaned as well. They're all doctored in some way. They're too tidy. So, no thanks. I'll pass, actually. Also, that man has no ass. Unplayable. all games judged on whether the playable character has cake. We've been in this business for too long. Yeah, you can spot them a mile off. Right, so Subnautica 2 completely severely is dipped in my excited... Because that was one that I genuinely was looking forward to playing at the same time as everyone else. Because like, I didn't get to with the first one. Admittedly, I've never finished the first one, but what I played of it, I really enjoyed. And I feel like I would have loved discovering things at the same time as the rest of the community. And I'm not going to be able to experience it because it's Crafton now. And Crafton being like cringe. Like they were always cringe, but now they're like super cringe and I don't want any part in it. Sad. Light No Fire. This is... I want to say this is the No Man's Sky one, right? Is this the one I think it is? Yeah, it's the Hello Games one. This one... This is one I am eagerly anticipating. I still don't think it's coming out anytime soon. I think this one might be one that you could force me to actually enjoy playing with other people because I wanted to play it immediately. We've had this same teaser for a while. Exactly. There's been no footage since the original trailer. A multiplayer Earth, a procedural Earth. I think it looks lovely. It's set in the kind of world I want to be in video games. That's sort of halfway between fantasy sci-fi. There's loads of places to go. There's weird animals everywhere. This is why I wanted to play Towers of Aghasba. Maybe I should go and get that. That's been out for like most of the year, so they would have fixed a bunch of it by now. So yeah, it's got that, you know, the No Man's Sky-ish look to it, where everything, all the grass is made of the same material. But it does all have all the, you know, the building that a ton of the people in the community really enjoy that I don't like to do, but it has the combat and the making friends with cool animals thing that I do like to do. And like exploring a map, which I love to do. I'm actually a massive map nerd. I just don't talk about it very much. I think this looks rad. And we haven't seen anything else since it was announced. So I would love to see this show up next year. Look at all of these creeps. These weirdos that we can be. I just think they're all so cool. It is super ambitious, but let's be real. They've kind of proven that they can pull ambitious off with given enough time. Because, like, No Man's Sky's still here. It still sells millions of copies. People continually buy... Yeah, eventually, exactly. I'm not saying it'll be good at launch. It'll probably be ass at launch. But I'm okay to wait. Because I waited with No Man's Sky. And I'm still really interested in that, but I don't think this is going to be next year. I don't think there's any way this is next year because we haven't seen anything. It's another victim of announcing way too early when they didn't need to. Because like there's not even been any leaks about it, right? So it's just like clearly it was nowhere near done. So I don't know. The Expanse, I think this looks really cool. I don't know anyone else that's going to actually play it though. It's this is Mass Effect at home. This is genuinely Mass Effect at home, but like it looks good. Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. So that's the one that Naughty Dog is bringing out. Is that meant to be next year? I guess this doesn't mean next year, does it? It just says Most Wanted. So it could be stuff that's like a long way off. So I'd be interested to see this one. They did say it's next year. Okay. Yeah, that's the Naughty Dog one. The one with the Porsche spaceship in it. I thought it looked cool as a what's the word? A thematical piece, the trailer, to show you like the vibe, a vibe piece. It looks cool, but I wanna know more before I make any judgments on it. Saros is it's the one. It's another space shooter. It's another space helmet shooter. This is the one. What was the last one they made? The PlayStation 5 game? Returnal 2, thank you. Yeah, this one is the one that's basically Returnal, but not. Which you'll probably do like perfectly well. I didn't realize people were excited for it though. I figured people were kind of lukewarm on it, the same they were with Returnal. So good for them making things look exciting. For me though, it was the trailer was very Marvel movie, but without the comedy. You know, everything was orange and blue, and everything looked really pretty. But I'm like, whatever. Blood of the Dawnwalker. My interest in this one has risen over time. I thought this was like when they showed the original trailer for this, I was like, yeah, this is The Witcher. You know, this is The Witcher at home. And that we might need to stop being mean by saying this is something else at home, because that's not always a bad thing. But it is you're playing a vampire. Well, a day walker, you know, the ones that can go out during the day. So you're human during the day, but you're a vampire at night, and it is a story-based, like, you know, choice-based RPG. I don't even know how to. It's not CRPG, but it's close to that. Where you get to choose how you take out, like, choose how to do your missions, and you're on a like almost like a time limit as well, because like if enough time goes by, like people move on, people die, something bad happens in the town that you need to go and get shit done, that kind of thing. And that's why I'm interested in it. It seems quite dynamic. So I do like the sound of this one. And I think it's actually kind of pretty as well. No, is it not on here? Shit. Is it not on Steam? Oh, is this going to be console locked? Dawnwalker, you idiot. Yeah. That one. Blood of the Dawnwalker. Click. I wasn't meant to go here. Console only and Windows. Ugh. Gross. What the hell, man? No, it's right there. What the fuck? Steam. So yeah, the original trailer for this, I wonder if this is the one. From the director of Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. It fucking shows. 4 minutes? This trailer was never 4 minutes long. Jesus Christ. It's no wonder nobody knew what it was. Keep going.
Make an exception for children? No, sire.
So it's set in a setting that I quite like, you know, sort of medieval-esque. It's very pretty. But it's not a gameplay trailer, right? It's a vibes piece. So this isn't the trailer I originally saw. I saw a different one. Was it this one? This wasn't it either. They must have got rid of those trailers because they were bad.
Out into the light. We feared for our lives. We should have feared
Welcome
for
back.
our souls instead.
For anyone coming out of the adverts.
The vampires didn't come to kill us.
So yeah, I am slowly sort of like becoming more interested in this one every time I see more bits of it, because the original trailers they didn't show you what the game was really like. It really did look like, you know, The Witcher but cheaper. I still think it looks like a really nice looking game. My list for next year is pretty short. I mean, I'm not... I very reluctantly put stuff on my excited for next year stuff. My list tends to stay empty until the year I'm in. So I've got... Dragon Quest is the one that I'm most excited for, with Monster Hunter Stories closely after. If Fable comes out next year, which I don't think it will, that could get up there, but I've lost a lot of interest in it over the last couple of years. Crimson Desert on the other hand, that might actually shoot up to the top. So yeah, anyway, as you can see, this is The Witcher 3, but with vampires, and you are the vampire. Gitaroo Man 2 would, I feel like all of us would have a panic attack if that suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Like, no one's asking for Gitaroo Man 2 except for us specifically. That would be crazy. That would be absolutely nuts. I would love that. So yeah, Crimson Desert, again, is like it's a third-party game. This is made by the ones that made Black Desert Online. They teased this when I was living in the bungalow. So, oh, by the way, for people that didn't see it in the Discord, I have been living in this house for 4 years as of today. 4 years. Isn't that fucking crazy? Absolutely mental. So that means that Crimson Desert was originally announced 6 years ago, probably. And it was not exactly the same thing. It's changed a little bit, but not by a lot. But what it's doing now is so much more than it originally was putting out, which was already quite a lot. So I think this one looks really cool. Probably because there's so much you can do. Like, the combat is like fully customizable, how you want to build your character and what they are capable of. So much on-screen dynamics. You get little mechs. Sometimes when you go into a big combat situation, you have basically like a legion of people that you command as well in mid-battle. Like, it almost becomes a action RTS. It's so fucking weird. It's trying so hard to be unique, it's looped back to being generic looking. I don't get it, but it does look fun. Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? It looks like it's trying so hard to be a PlayStation 5 launch title. Is what it's doing, which maybe that's what it originally was trying to do because it's been so long. It's kind of like, yeah, the way I'm looking at it is it looks a lot like Dragon's Dogma if it were a bit more crazy, which is a weird thing to say. Yeah, look at all this! Just suddenly becomes a Muso out of nowhere. It's such a strange game. And it's so cool. If it's that same biz as Black Desert, I don't know if I have that MMO grindy dog in it. So it is made by the Black Desert people, but it is a split from the studio. It's like, you know, party A, party B kind of situation. So I don't like, it is open world, so it probably is a little grindy. But I've never been given the impression that it's anything like the MMO, which I know is extremely grindy. I know it's extremely grindy because I played the alpha. It's not an MMO. It's just an action single-player game. That's why I'm so interested in it. I think it looks genuinely cool. Is that multiplayer? No, it is literally it's single-player only. Yeah, so... Yeah, I've had my eye on this one for a long time. How will they get me to do microtransactions? I mean, special editions. There's probably a bunch of stuff that you can... They're probably going to do a bunch of things that you can get, like armor kits and stuff, I would have thought. But maybe they don't need to. XP boosters, yeah, that kind of thing, potentially. But I've never been given the impression that's what they're aiming for with this. It looks like they're just trying to have some fun. And I'm sorry, but this all looks fun. The whole thing looks fun. And it's very pretty. So I don't know what the fuck I'm going to be playing it on, because with the stuff that I'm asking the PC to do with my streaming stuff, I can't play this at the same time. I just think it looks like fun. So that one might actually be my, like, excited for outside of Dragon Quest. Kingdom Hearts 4, I'm not going to talk about that. Marvel's Wolverine, sure. I think they look cool, but I'm not waiting for it, you know? It looks fine. Hell Let Loose Vietnam. That must have been like 1 vote, right? That can't have been. Hang on. Like, I know the Hell Let Loose games are okay, aren't they? Like, people generally like these, but I can't imagine that had many votes. I wasn't talking to you! Stop advertising noise-cancelling headphones to me. Fucking annoying thing. They love Vietnam, I can't blame them. Yeah, exactly. I will be interested to see if OD comes out next year. I would like to see more of it. We've had, like, what, 2 trailers about it? I'm looking forward to new content for a bunch of early access stuff I'm following. Yeah, see, this is the other thing, is none of this is taking into account, like, early access stuff that will be going 1.0 next year, which there's always 100 of them, right? None of which are on this list, exactly. Only Musha, so there's 1 for Pete. And Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy. That was the game that doesn't look like it's anything to do with the Plague Tale, but apparently is a Plague Tale. Strange. This is a good list. This is a good... I can sort of see the argument for quite a few of these. Except for the ones that was like, what the fuck are you? And Witcher 4 isn't coming out, don't lie. I got eaten by a tidal wave of rats in Stalker 2 this morning. Basically the same. Same game. You play as a lady from Plague Tale 2 side character. You don't, though, do you? Because it's set in a completely different country. Or is that the story? It looks like it's a, like, completely different setting. It looks... Yeah. Have you... Hang on. Let's get the name for it. I was like, oh, it's her. Oh, you did recognize them. Okay. That's interesting. I never would have guessed that. Because when I was watching the trailer for this originally, I was like, this doesn't look like a Plague Tale. This looks like a totally different thing. But then I guess if I didn't play them like you did, so... Because this to me, I was like... It's like a third-person action game. Mildly religious overtones, but from a different culture. But I guess it's, again, it's a vibes trailer, isn't it? Nude arms? Yeah. Sleeves are bullshit. Sophia is her name. She joins you on your adventure. Oh, okay. I wouldn't have known. I never played it, so... I was gonna play the first one. Yeah, I think maybe this is what threw me off. I'm like, that's in France, right? This isn't France. It's Plague Tale France. I can't remember. I accidentally got hooked. Ah, oh, okay. Yeah, I was really interested in the first one and I never got around to it, so I then didn't play the sequel by extension. Well, with the fucking maze in the title and the Minotaur, yeah, I was like, well, this isn't France. Yeah. So when it got to the end and it was like a Plague Tale Legacy, I was like, what? What the fuck do you mean? But then, yeah, you look at the bottom, it is a Sobo studio, so... Don't know. It looks cool, either way. Maybe I should get around to that. But I keep saying that about every game. That I'm going to get around to it someday. And the answer is, no, I won't. Why do I keep saying this? Minotaur must be Madrid. Maybe. We don't know. Anyway, I have moved over to the just chatting because I don't think I have anything else to add to an award ceremony that I had no idea was going on. Oh yeah, I'm zoomed in at 170% on it. I'm like, why is all the other text so big on this screen? There we go. A lot more manageable for me now. Get around to The Last Caretaker. I need someone to talk to about it. I don't have time. I'm all big gamed out at the moment. That's why I haven't picked a big game to play. I'm just like, I just want to play as a little rat in the snow, a little mouse in the snow. So I'm quite happy just doing that. The next game's probably going to be the tea making game as well, because I'm just like, it's almost Christmas. I don't want to get into something except for, like I was saying earlier, potentially a multiplayer game that we can all play together, which I'm doubting The Last Caretaker is going to fit that fit that bill. So if you have suggestions for me, don't forget, send them over to me over in the Discord. If you want to join us on Discord, if you're not already there, give me ideas and maybe we can figure something out. Repo, you reckon that a bunch of us could get together for some repo nights? I guess that could be good for weekends, couldn't it? Like after a Christmas movie or something. That could be kind of fun. How much is it? Repo, the generic opera. I don't know, honest. I wouldn't mind. Okay. Well, we can talk about it in the Discord. But you're probably right with like Minecraft or something. Was it Minecraft last year that the Metro was playing together? Why can't I find it? Steam, why won't you load? Go to the store. Repo. Repo's only £8. So I guess that's a bit more accessible to the average person in the Discord. Obviously, it would still you need a PC. I'm sorry. Getting multiplayer games together for people on consoles is really expensive and super difficult a lot of the time. There's not a single waifu. Why would you want to play Repo? I don't play Repo though, not yet. That sounds like a threat. There's an upcoming Magic Heist game that I saw a trailer. I'm not one of those 4-player chuckle fuck games, but it looks hilarious. There's a couple of those heist games coming out, isn't there? I remember seeing one. What was the one? Can't remember the developer's name. He's one of the really old, well-known developer. I can't remember. What about the Wizard PvP game? There's a Wizard PvP game. See, I don't even know what these are. Yap Yap, I think was the name. Let me have a look. Yap Yap. Online co-op horror game where up to 6 wizard minions get that. Well, that's a bit more accessible, isn't it? Use an assortment of spells to vandalize, break, and steal, but beware the horrifying. Is this the one where you have to say the spells?
All right.
I think I watched somebody playing this one. Hang on. No, that's the wrong button. Why is my CPU going crazy at the moment? Calm down. I'm not doing anything. So this is Yap Yap.
Listen up, guys. We have to go in this wizard tower. We break everything, and we try to escape without being caught. And we have these wands where we can just cast spells and do whatever we want.
Ventus.
Yeah, it's the one where you speak to do the spells.
Let's just piss on it. I have a piss wand. Piss, yuck.
Oh, there's one. One more, guys. One more. Hot two.
Chocolate strawberry. I'm honestly.
So would you put this in what the young people are calling friend slop? Now, I hate that they've called it that.
Grab on. Telefloat.
Mage Arena. That might actually be the one I'm thinking of, yeah. This is definitely friend slop? Okay.
This was mine. Laxada.
It does look doofy. I like it when they look doofy. I don't like that name. I don't either, because slop is a word we use to be like almost exclusively derogatory. And for some reason they were like, yeah, friend slop. I was like, no, because you like it. Why are you calling it slop? Call it streamer bait. Because that's what they are. They're streamer bait. I'm in my 40s, man. Slop is bad. Exactly. And that, like, I understand why they might think that, you know, it's bad, but they enjoy it. So call it a nice thing. I think it's meant to be derogatory. And I hate that. What's wrong with... There's nothing less cringe than having friends that are having fun with you, right? How is that derogatory? Like, can you imagine having fun? Fuck you. What a nasty ass thing to call a game. It's not lazy. They just figured out what people like. You know? So let me have a look at Mage Arena.
It's time for Lena to take her meds. Have you had yours today?
I'm going to have it in a minute, because we're going to finish in a minute. Oh, yeah, this looks like... I think I was thinking of this one.
It has been debated.
This looks more familiar.
Reigns supreme, courageous and wise.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one.
And precision.
So this is a non-co-op one. This is you against your mates. This looks like actual slop though. Yeah, it looks bad. But I watched the Giant Bomb folks playing this one, and it was really funny. Because all your spells are your voice, so you have to say them. But that might also give away your position, which means someone else can attack you because they'll know you're there. So it's very silly. But then again, like I said, I was watching Giant Bomb playing it, and I just happened to like Giant Bomb. Maybe it's not as good in person. Maybe it's only funny when you have a bunch of comedians and dickheads playing it, which admittedly a bunch of us are massive dickheads, so it could work. But it is the one that I've seen. You never know. Exactly. I guess so. And it's only £2.49, so it's not a huge problem. It looked a bit shit on the Extra Life stream. Oh, was this something they played on Extra Life? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've just seen 0.3 hours, 0.5. Okay. I didn't realize. That must have been when I was gone. Let's not bring dick into it, chuckle fucks and their chuckle fuckery. All right, chuckle fucks. We're all chuckle fucks. Yeah, I didn't realize the boys played it. Maybe I'll get their opinion on it. Maybe I'll watch the footage. I'll have to get around to that, because I never catch up with the stuff that I miss. But yeah, okay. But we can talk about it in the Discord anyway. So I am going to call it there for this evening. And say thank you to everybody for coming to hang out with me while I talked about video games and looked at trailers. Boo! I'm sorry. Do you have more trailers to show me? It's only 9 p.m. It fucking isn't. Don't lie to me. Oh, Hellscythe has recommended a raid target, so let's get ready for that. I'm going to copy it over here. The copy paste feature on my chat thing is so shit. Right, I'm just going to click it.
Let's check on Haru.
Yeah, check on Haru very quickly while I get set up. It's 8 a.m. for Furby. It's morning for someone else. Okay. So, why isn't this working? Oh my god. My fucking everything is slowed to a crawl. I think I've got too many tabs open. I'm going to close the YouTube feed. Give me my desktop back so that I can enact a rage. So, thank you everyone for coming and hang out with me today. And while we looked at that's not what I copied and pasted. Why are you like this? Fuck's sake. Well, we looked at trailers from Xbox today. I had a lot of fun. There were tons of games in there that I actually liked the look of. All right, Shigato. Okay. Hellscythe has recommended that we go and raid Shigato. They are playing Shadow of the Erdtree at the moment. Is this the VTuber that you were talking about? The Italian English one? Okay, cool. We'll go say her hellos over there. Show them some support. We got a nice VTuber playing some Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, not Elden Ring. So copy your raid call and get ready to go over there. Whichever one suits you best. She's got a new model as well. Oh, okay. That's cute. It's a really nice model. I can see it. So, thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. You've all been absolutely wonderful. I've had fun looking at the trailers today. I will be back tomorrow. I was trying to think what my spiel is. I will be back tomorrow from 7:30 p.m. GMT. We will be continuing with Winter Burrow. So we're going to be doing our survival. It'll be a quiet Friday night, hopefully. Nothing bad will happen, I'm sure. So if you want to see more of that, come and see me at 7:30. Don't forget that you can follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and that you can support me via multiple places. If you head over to my links, you can support me through my Ko-fi. You can head over to Blue Sky and other such places that you're able to find me and the community. Last goodbyes. Shout out to Why Isn't It Changing? Printy Stuff in Your Cactus. Thank you so much for supporting using the Ko-fi link, and to everybody who came to chat with me in chat today. Shout out to the mods Furby and Hellscythe. You're all wonderful, and thank you everybody who subscribes. You're all great. Let's go for the raid, folks. See you later. Goodbye.